Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Hello.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy on a Friday. That is right. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, Sean Belizean, he's my friend. What's up, friend?
Hi, friend. How are you? Everything going well?
Everything's cool. Happy to be back. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts out there. And subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Like over 70,000 have done already. Spencer Raxter, you're in the building.
I am.
You are in the building.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
In the Woodward Sports chat thread, FJ1967. Good morning, Big D Energy in chat. Welcome back, Neil. Thank you. Good to be back. Did not go optimally in Boise for the Golden Grizzlies. I will say that.
I got two quick shout-outs to make.
Yes.
First of all, shout out to Varchez.
Yeah.
Hooking the boy up with some tequila. We got the Reposado and the Blanco over here. So shout out to them. I'm gonna dive into those this weekend. I got leg day today after the show, so can't get it done right now. But thank you for that, and happy birthday to my boy Zaranje. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday, Ron.
But Sean, it is a Bourbon Friday.
It is. It is, as a matter of fact.
Speaking of the Varchaz people, I actually stopped by there this morning.
Boots on the ground.
I was boots on the ground out there. I had a great time. They gave me a little tour of the place. Big fans of the show. I guess they put it on the big screen in there, in their little tasting room, which is pretty cool.
I hope you're all seeing this then.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just want to send a shout out. Anna, who was hand labeling the bottles of vodka that they're making. Bree, the vice president of company, Scott, and a big thanks to Rob for having me out there as well. And got to taste it right from the source, Sean. Got to taste it right from the barrel.
Nothing like it.
It was absolutely elite. So shout out Varchaz. They sent it over. You guys know the single barrels here, KG. So, yep. So the single barrels here. So we're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. Nickel Package Friday, Bourbon Friday, Vibes Friday. Neil doesn't work this weekend Friday.
Was this the last weekend you don't work in a year and a half?
I get there's a couple of weekends between now and New Year's.
Okay.
There's like one or two because the kids have finals in December. So I get one or two off. But this one I'm hyped for. But Sean, it's a big weekend of college football.
It is, and this is the time of year, like we were talking about even before the damn first thing came out. It was just set yourself up. Teams like SMU and BYU and Indiana are in a control their own destiny type of situation right now. Teams that you didn't think about. And I go back to the summertime when everybody and their brother had all these blue bloods in. It's not going to work that way. This is uncharted territory. And if a team puts together some kind of magical run, they could find themselves keeping out one of the blue bloods. And it's a fascinating thing to watch. And I'm not even sitting here saying I know the answers. But what I am telling you is the way that I think a lot of people thought it would play itself out isn't going to be that way, Neil. It just isn't.
No, absolutely. Woodward Sports chat thread, get in to there. Mike G. Neil, did the Grizz have issues on the blue turf? No, you could say that. The football stadium's right next door to the basketball arena. I was told Oakland could win on the blue turf in Boise. Not this year. It is a different Oakland team. I saw some of you saying that in the chat. D-Sworn1, not the same Oakland team from last year. Travel from east to west at its worst. I will say this, too. The trip to Boise, Sean, there are no direct flights from here to Boise, which means you are connecting either through Salt Lake City or Minneapolis.
Mormons.
Moving on. The Utah Hockey Club.
It should be the Soakers. They dropped the ball there for sure.
No doubt. But what we're going to get into it. And look, last night, here's a question. I want to know the people's take on it. And this is for the sticks of the world, Sean.
All right.
That every time the Lions go for it on fourth down, you see his whole physiology change. Like when he's there in the room, he'll just be like he's not mentally prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Last night, you're a Bengals fan. ... What's your call?
Go.
Every time.
Every single time. I control my own destiny. I don't have to worry about what their offense is doing. I don't have to worry about what Lamar Jackson's doing. I have a damn good offense with damn good pieces. I go for it every time, and I never, ever ask myself. I'm surprised it took so long for that logic to kind of take hold, okay? I don't have to give you the ball. I don't have to sit there and play pretend and go, well, let's see what Lamar Jackson and the Ravens do. No. I am taking it. It's all up to me. Can I get 6 feet? 6 feet. 6 feet. Can I get 6 feet? And if you can't get 6 feet, you didn't deserve to win the game.
Especially on the road.
Every single time, I don't even think twice about
And
it.
I agree with you guys 100%. You go for the 2, you go for the win. But in what world do you not throw the fade to Jamar Chase one-on-one on the other side of the... He was owning the Ravens defense all night. He's got a one-on-one matchup. Like Max Kellerman said, fate of universe on the line. The Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. I want Jamar Chase.
If your planet is the planet Bengal, yeah.
You throw him the fade. He's the best player in the game. That's not a quarterback, because both of those guys, Jesus Christ, what a game last night. But you got to throw him the fade there.
No, I don't disagree with you, because I am team that. Whoever my best player is, that's going to determine my fate. And then I can look you in the camera as a coach and said, that was Jamar Chase we tried to get the football to. Are you familiar with his work? He was pretty good last night. He's been pretty good. He'll always be pretty good.
Yeah, well, the Bengals, here they're doing Bengal things again, and now all of a sudden they're at 6 losses. Okay, the margin for error is 0 now. I mean, maybe, just maybe, they can lose one more. Maybe, right? Maybe, just maybe, they can lose one more the rest of the way, go 10-7, and get themselves into the playoff. The reality is that
Sean,
ain't going to happen.
I think 9-8 is going to get you in the AFC.
You think
though.
so? It might.
Yeah.
It might.
Like you look at the lay of the land.
You know what the problem is, though? Then you get into all the wacky tiebreakers. If you're in 9-8 land, then all of a sudden you're getting into all the wacky tiebreakers. And okay, we didn't play head to head. Well, what's your record against the AFC? And I think you're in dangerous waters when you get into
no doubt,
tiebreaker
it's not optimal.
land. Yeah.
No doubt, it's not optimal. I still think that the Bengals are going to end up in the playoffs. I do. It's just the way that it seems to work all the time. KG, what's really good?
I'm chilling, man.
Are you? Good to see you too.
I heard you were singing my shit while I was gone.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. I told you, man up. All right, get it together. You good, man?
Yeah, I strapped my nuts ready to go.
Okay. All right, good. Good to see you. It's good to be back with you, man. Bourbon Friday, by the way, as you know. Shout out Varchaz. That is correct. Jump into that chat. Tim, Neil, what's your initial reaction to Michigan basketball? Good. They're good. They got a 4 that could be a point guard. Like they got tools out there that not every team's going to have. I think Boise and Michigan are very similar in the way that they play. I think Michigan's just got a tool that Boise's preseason picked to win the Mountain West. Like, this is their year. It's the first time ever. So Michigan basketball is going to be good. And Spenny, you should be aware.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but you know already.
Oh, I know.
No, Dusty
good
May's not
coach.
playing around. They play a fun style. They're fun to watch too. Yeah, they're fun to watch. They're going to score a ton of points, and it is. They're going to be pretty good. Woodward Sports chat thread. Double G21. Just wanted to send a shout out to you guys. Just nice to turn on my brain for a couple hours and enjoy the best damn sports talk in Michigan. Thank
Appreciate you.
Shout out.
Can I follow up with the Bengals for a second?
Yeah,
And
please.
this supports what you're saying. And KG, I think you were intimating. Do you see their schedule the rest of the way? Now, I know that the
That's
evils,
part of it,
I
yeah.
know the evils and the perils of playing the schedule game. I know it very well. But listen to the schedule, okay? As it just effing switched on me. Are you effing kidding me? But here is their schedule the rest of the way.
Do me a favor and name me 3 MAC West teams.
Right? Okay. At the Chargers, very winnable. Home against the Steelers.
Guaranteed win right there.
At
Guaranteed.
Dallas. Hosting the Browns. Hosting the Broncos. At the Steelers. Now, I'm going to assume, because I have to give the tip of the cap to that witch in Pittsburgh, that Pittsburgh takes one of those games. That's what I'm going to assume.
They always do.
But it's very, very possible that this team loses one game the rest of the way and finds themselves in the playoffs at 10-7. And then you just shake your head and go, the rules don't count for the Bengals. They count for everybody else, but
not
the rules
the
don't
Bengals.
count for the Bengals.
No doubt.
They just don't.
Again, though, I just want to take a moment, and I know we're not like Cincinnati talk or anything like that, but we're over here chilling, everybody. Just remember, we got our own thing we're going to get to coming up in just a little bit. Texans-Lions, Sunday Night Football. Special time for the pregame show as well. We'll be live at Hayes Social over there in Shelby, so 586, stand up.
Shout out.
Roll on out. Sean will have a drink with you, 100%. He's having one right now.
That's a different 586 than my 586, though.
Now, they've all kind of been lumped together now.
South Warren is different than 22 in Hayes.
Nah, bro. Nah, roll on up. You've been up.
Oh, I've been up. I know.
You're only up because I cleared you, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But no, we're here chilling, though, Sean. And we'll be doing it. The pregame show is what, 6 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30.
Right, we're doing 6:30.
6:30, walking you up to kickoff of the game. And then I'm going to hang out and watch the game for a little bit. So get on out there. Speak easy. No, that's a different 586 for sure. But yeah, roll on out, you guys. I guess, Sean, what I'm trying to get at is you have an appreciation because we don't have those concerns. The Lions are in the playoffs.
Yep.
I have said the Lions have already sewn up the division. Some people disagree with that, whatever. I think that I'm right. We don't have those concerns.
No, and you know what? I go back to what we were talking about on Monday, and Stick brought it up. I look at the schedule right now, and I don't know where they're going to lose. I kind of think that they're going to lose because that's the National Football League. But I'm looking at the schedule saying to myself, all right, well, where's the loss, okay? Might the loss be this Sunday night? Might the loss be this Sunday night? Now, hear me out.
It's a road game at a playoff team.
And everybody gets fired up. It's in your barn. This is a chance for you to make a statement. One of the things that we as Lion fans have to grasp is now we're going to get everybody's best effort. We're the team that everybody wants to measure themselves against now. Hey, what a great statement. Sunday night, national audience. We can show everybody that the Houston Texans are back. And that's where we're at right now. So think about how many times we as Lion fans did that. Hey, man, we're going into Dallas on a Monday night. What a great way to show everybody where we're at. Hey, we're going to here. We're going into there. That's what they're saying in Houston right now. They're sitting back saying we're better than our record indicates. We really cramped the bed in that game against the Vikings. And, Neil, I watched that game. They were awful. And I was sitting back going, is this the Texans being bad, or maybe is Minnesota that good? I think it was the Texans, to be honest with you, but that's neither here nor there. The Texans are going to bring it, man. They're going to bring it on Sunday night. So do I think the Lions are going to win? Yes. But in the interest of being fair and talking about this is the National Football League, might this be that quote-unquote trap game? I think we all have to ask ourselves that, man.
I have some questions, too. And I'm going to ask them after we talk about Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Yeah, Sabbath Coffee. It's the best way to start your morning. They can deliver fresh, locally roasted specialty coffees right to your door. Just subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. It is delicious. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters should be your choice to start game day right.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party. Every Lions home game live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Enjoy the pregame hype with a live broadcast every week with Woodward sports personalities like Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and the Heavyweights. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee and Les Stanford Automotive. Great drinks like Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Long Drink, great environment, and even better food. It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Les Stanford Automotive. Come get some.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch, the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Yes, you can still get the Boot 'em Kids shirt, the Welcome to Detroit shirt, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Again, guys, we're doing the merch game better than anyone. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com today. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belegian. We'll be on the Lions pregame show, 6:30 Sunday, live at Hayes Social. Pull up. We got KG, we got Spencer Raxter. We got over 70,000 of you subscribing to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there, get your thoughts. Out there, your mom's favorite skater. What up, Neil? How was the trip to Idaho? I love it here. Yeah, shout out, too, for sent me a message saying, welcome and everything like that. I like Boise a lot. Once I'm there, I don't like getting to
No
Boise.
easy way to get there.
And in a related story, Mike G, 22 in Hayes, is that near Port Austin? Sean, you get to live the life I get to live most of the time.
Yes.
It is nowhere near Port Austin. Mike G is wrong.
Absolutely nowhere near it.
So
Nowhere
roll on
near
out. All right, Sean, I have some questions.
All right.
And look, Spenny and I gave you the Houston Texans last year.
Yep.
Remember that? 4-1 to win the division. You and I were in lockstep. I said they murdered the draft, and it takes one draft in this league. You get one draft right, you're back. You're a playoff team off of one draft. They did it, and they were good. I think they overachieved a little bit. I think C.J. Stroud overachieved a little bit. I'm not saying C.J. Stroud is not good. I'm not saying that. However, you mentioned the Minnesota game. I've seen him at times this year struggle mightily. That's fair.
Yeah.
It happened. I saw it. I look at how they're built right now, and you say 6-3, they're in first place. Fair. They're 3-0 against the AFC version of the NFC South. That's what they are. I see a point differential of 1. They're plus 1 point. Sean, I think the Texans are a little overcooked right now. I think they're a little overbaked by everybody. They saw what happened with C.J. Stroud. They assume that's going to be the norm, and they assume that's just going to continue. And for me, Sean, is that a team that has offensive line issues?
Oh, and you're absolutely right. This goes back to what I said before the break, Neil. Listen, they aren't all that right now. Even with the 6-3 record, even with being unbeaten at home, they aren't all that, which, to be honest with you, makes me even more concerned because this is a get-right potential. What a better way to say, hey, guys, we're cool, than finding a way to beat arguably the best team in the National Football League. That's my concern. Now, is there a level we haven't seen yet? Well, good teams have a tendency of bringing it out of you. I mean, how many times have we seen it? An inferior Lion team finding the next level to knock off this team and getting all our hopes and aspirations up. But no, I agree with you. This is not the dangerous Texans team of last year. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite. In the National Football League, you are what your record indicates, man. They're a 6-3 team. But I think there are different shades of a 6-3 team. I think there's a really dangerous 6-3 team that maybe the flip side to what you're saying, Neil, is, dude, look at their schedule. They've had murderers row, and they're still 6-3. And then there's the soft 6-3. But I say again, I have a feeling that we see the best effort out of the Texans this Sunday. They know everybody's watching, man.
Yeah, this is still a dangerous team. Don't get that.
Oh, yeah, you're on the
wrong.
road.
You're on the road. They're a good team. They're a first-place team. Joe Mixon's been running the ball very well this year. But I had the honor of being on Ermanni and Edwards for the first hour yesterday. Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
By the way, the Texans ESPN reporter DJ Bieniemy, I believe his name was.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
That's what I was just gonna say. They had Texans beat reporter for ESPN, DJ Bieniemy. It was Bieniemy instead of Bieniemy.
Bieniemy,
Yeah.
Oh, not to be confused with Eric
Eric,
Bieniemy.
not to be confused.
But he
with Eric
didn't
Bieniemy.
sound too confident.
He did
We'll
not
just say
sound
that.
confident. And he said the thing about the Texans' offensive line is they're weak up the middle, extremely weak up the middle. And Aleem McNeil's gonna have a field day against these guys. Like their tackles are good. Like Tunsil is one of the best tackles in the NFL.
Sure.
Their right tackle is solid, but they are extremely weak up the middle. Easy pulled the stats. One of their guards, PFF, take it how you want, it's PFF. His PFF
Well, now,
pass
hold on. What's the
blocking
narrative?
grade
Let me see
is
here.
4.9.
Oh, PFF spot on.
4.9 is his PFF pass blocking grade. So
What a
Aleem
great
McNeil is going to have a field day in this game.
But you know what? Here's the other thing, and I think we're doing a better job of this. However, that being said, it doesn't seem to matter who plays that position when you play the Lions. Like
That's true.
We're in an evolving state where we need to continue to wrap our head around the fact that it does not matter who you put in the middle of their offensive line. It does not matter. Aleem McNeil signed the deal and has taken it to another level. Like, since Hutch has been gone, and no one's talked about that, like, Aleem McNeil has gone up a level. Mm-hmm. He's paid, like, a top 7 defensive tackle in the game, right?
Yeah.
And he is, plus some. Like, he's balling out right now. It does not matter. If you're going to be weak in a spot against the Lions, that ain't the spot to be weak in. And I say ain't for effect.
Well, and you know what we have to remind ourselves, too, is we can play this game as fans. Maybe we shouldn't overlook these guys. Maybe we can't count this as an automatic W. You know what the great thing about this franchise is? Dan Campbell has that at a point. They're not overlooking anybody, man. They aren't. You see it week after week. Pedal to the metal. The way they jumped on that awful Titans team really tells you all you need to know. Everybody and their brother thought that game might roll that way, right? Don't tell the Lions that. They kept the pedal on metal. They kept going on that team. Didn't even give them a chance to get off the mat. And so that's a good thing right now. You know that Dan Campbell is preparing this team right now as if this is the dangerous version of the Houston Texans. And pay no attention to what Eric Bieniemy or whoever else is saying. We have to be ready for this game. We have to do what we do.
Eric Public Bieniemy?
Yeah. Or sleeping with Bieniemy.
Or sleeping with Bieniemy, yeah.
Go that way.
Woodward Sports chat thread, JP17. They want to talk about this breaking news. Spenny moving up the Woodward Sports chain. Can you confirm?
I was just there for an hour.
And then you were put down?
And then I was put down, yeah.
John
shout out to
Effing
those
Lord,
guys.
Broadcaster 6. Did you get a lemon water?
I didn't. I had to get my own water. And I had
That's
to
how they
ask
let-
He's
Maz-
not a regular.
I had
That's
to
why you
ask
gotta work
Maz
your
for
way
a
in.
prep sheet.
Well, that's how they keep
I
you
had to
down.
pry it out of him.
Yeah, that's how they keep you down, Spenny.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if you
true.
know that or
Just
not.
because you get in don't mean you get all the amenities, you know.
Yeah.
You got to work your way into that.
100%. Like, they'll invite you to the party and have you parking cars.
Right.
You know, like...
Yeah, you the valet service.
Yeah, no, they'll absolutely do that for you. Woodward Sports chat thread, jump in there, get your thoughts out there. Cobzilla, Tunsil is meh. He's got 17 penalties alone this season.
That's a lot.
I still think he's a force. I think
agree.
You know what? Just bring it all up the middle. I'd rather listen. If there's a weakness in the middle, can I avoid that side? Then that's the way I look at it. It's it's almost like these offensive coordinators for years trying to overthink themselves, right? Hey, this team's great against the run. Let's try to establish the run. No, no.
I'm smelling an Alex Anzalone sack in this game.
Yeah, you cooking it up?
Send him up the middle.
Is that in Spenny's 5?
We'll see. I know it's not in the sports book, but I'm smelling it.
What is the word? And I was out of town yesterday. I did keep up.
The bird is
with,
the word.
Well, 100%.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Oh, well, mow, mow.
That is an underrated song.
Great song.
Yeah.
No, it is a great song. What is the deal? What's the deal with Zadarius Smith?
So
Definitely questionable.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to play.
we talked to Dan Miller earlier in the week, and he was kind of, he didn't confirm nor deny, but he was leaning towards the fact that he's probably playing, which is why they gave him the days off, try to replicate that bye week a little bit, and then come in on Friday. We'll get as much work in as we can and have him ready to go by game time.
Yeah, I mean, see quarterback, hit quarterback. Like, he's a veteran. He's played in multiple systems. He knows his responsibility at his position. He's going to have his body ready. Give the guy a week off. He comes in Friday. You give him the game plan, and you put him out there. I'm not worried about it.
100%. I honestly, you can't put a price tag on the veteran who's been there and done that. Don't overthink it. How much time do you need? You need to get moved in.
Mm-hmm.
You want to rest? You want to put your legs up? You want a little drink or two? Do what you need to do. Show up at practice. Do this for a few minutes,
And get to the airport.
We'll
Right,
make you
pretty much.
officially questionable, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
where we're at right now.
I don't see why he wouldn't play.
No, it is different for a veteran.
He's
Sorry.
healthy. It's no reason why he shouldn't play.
Right, 100%.
Did anybody at the network touch on this?
Pause.
Are the expectations for Zadarius Smith too high?
No.
From what I've seen, though, from what I've seen people talking about, like, people understand, right? He's not going to be a 20-sack guy.
No, of course not. I don't
Like,
think
people
anybody
get that? Do they get that?
Yeah, I think
Nobody
we're
said
looking for
that.
double-digit sacks.
The most generous I've seen is maybe he comes and he goes 7 sacks with
Yeah.
us. That's the most generous I've seen.
Okay.
And, I mean, when you look at some of the matchups that he's going to have to thrive, you got the shitty poopy Colts, who don't know what they're doing with their quarterback position. You got the shitty poopy Jaguars, who let Trevor Lawrence get sacked 50 times a game. You play the shitty poopy Bears twice, who Caleb Williams is getting killed out there. Like, he could get a lot of sacks.
You know what? I'm not going to say the ultimate success fail is predicated on a number of sacks. I'm just not. I want him to be a guy that you have to account for, so that opens up things for Spenny. So that opens up things for KG.
Exactly.
So that opens up things for Neil. I just want him to be a guy. Oh, shit. Am I okay, Spen?
Yeah, Fox
Okay.
too.
Oh, shit. We got to count for that dude, okay? And you know what? I mean, I saw it happen. I used to pull hair out of my head when people were going nuts. And I'm not saying you were doing this, Spenny or KG, but I used to pull hair out of my head when people were going nuts about Ndamukong Suh. Oh, everybody talks about Ndamukong Suh. All he's got is 3 sacks. And I was like, stop watching football.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
stop.
One of
Just
the most
stop
dominant
watching
players
football.
in the NFL.
You are
Yeah.
not allowed to watch football anymore. It's not what Ndamukong Suh is doing with his numbers. It's what he's doing for Uncle Cliffy April.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's what
Sean, they had to stop practice because of Ndamukong Suh. They had to stop practice. I've told this story on here before. They're like, okay, that's enough.
Right.
That's enough.
Shut
we have
up.
to go do different drills. And Ndamukong Suh's killing
Stop
everybody.
killing
I
rail.
want
Right.
the disruptor.
We gotta make it a
where,
game day.
where you know what? I don't have to tell you what his numbers are. I don't have to point you to the book. I can say, do you watch football? Cool. Use the eye test. That mother is. I came that close. I'm not going to say
Do it.
that word. Okay, that motherfucker
Monster.
is
Yeah.
disrupting everything. Look at that. Look at the havoc he's causing up front. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I want a guy to disrupt and make life miserable.
And
I just wanted to ask the question.
Yeah. And Sean, I totally agree with you. But at the same time, we know the type of player that we're getting here. Not to say that he's replacing Hutch, but he does a lot of what Hutch does. He's a pressure machine.
can manifest
He can
himself,
get to the
sure.
quarterback. He's already got 5 sacks on the year. So I feel like setting an expectation ain't the worst thing in the world. You can't expect it to be, he's going to come in and get 10, 11 sacks. You can't expect that. But can I expect another 5 and he finished the year
Well-
with double digits? I think that's fair.
I'm confused, and this is bad to do now at this time. It's a nickel package Friday.
Uh-oh.
I know what this is going to lead to, but I have to say it now, I guess. Woodward Sports chat thread. No, it's not just him. Patrick, no, he's got a great supporting cast.
Who does?
Zadarius Smith.
On the Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not mad.
His-
So there's help?
his interior was, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely interior.
The other edge,
Okay.
But Josh Pascal, I mean, he comes back. You have
He
Zadarius
is,
Smith
so
on.
Josh is back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
you get him on the other side of Zadarius. I think that's pretty solid help. That's about as much help as you can get.
Okay. I wanted to ask because you know how we do that sometimes in
No,
this town.
I get it. But
do we ever-
Zadarius Smith is going to take up a lot of attention. So he's going to be a focal point. That's why I wouldn't expect a lot of sacks from him because most defenses are going to be like, hey, that's the guy we need
You
to stop.
got it.
But
That's exactly it.
he's going to open up a lot for everyone else, and I think we
Yep.
know that.
Okay. So we're on board. I just want to get that out there. I want to do nickel packages, though, man. I'm fired up about it, Sean. We we're doing the NFL and we're doing the Lions and all that stuff, but we are doing some college football today. Now I know that our local college football teams are not participating, but we're going to get into it, and I have some. Entertain me for a minute here, guys. I all week long I try to entertain you. Give me a segment because I want to get college football geeky with Sean Belizean.
We got a little bit of breaking news here from Dave Burkett.
Okay.
Dan Campbell said Taylor Decker won't practice today in status for Sunday's game against the Texans, and that good pass rush with Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter is uncertain. But it's all right. The fans said Taylor Decker was washed anyways. So
That
we'll
is
be
true.
fine.
So the show goes on.
Right.
The show goes on.
You all right?
We'll get better at the spot, according
Yeah,
to
that's
some.
what they said.
That's crazy.
According to some people.
Yeah. Did they say Will Anderson was playing? Yeah.
He said the pass rush of Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter.
Oh, well.
So we'll see.
Okay.
But I'd assume that you move Penny to left tackle if Decker can't go and then have someone fill in a right tackle. We'll see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will.
Probably.
That's what they did at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
you know, when Decker had to miss a couple games. We'll see, though.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling the guy out for a Sunday night
No,
game either.
not at
Just-
all.
Me either.
Sorry, I'm not ruling him out.
Yeah.
All right. Pregame show, by the way. When we get the news of whether or not Taylor Decker's going to play, we'll let you know on the pregame show. And it starts Sunday morning, 8 to 9 a.m. Terry Foster, Matthew Broder. We'll have Woodward and Maine. It's a staple. Thousands of you watch that. Then thousands of you stick around for the New Holland Brewing Company pre-game show. We're going to be special time, everybody. It's a Sunday night game. So we're going to go on at 6:30, take you right up to kickoff. Myself and Sean Belizean, brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Nobody in this town, the flagship station, the TV networks, digitally, podcast, nobody is doing football the way Woodward Sports Network is doing football. Pre-game show, 6:30. Hey Social, be a part.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
1800 Tequila, the proud partner of the Detroit Lions and the official tequila of the Woodward Sports Lions Watch Party and post-game show. It's delicious. They have the Lions bottles you can go grab. They're in store right now. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tasted tequila. And please Drink responsibly.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean will be with me today. He'll be with me on the Lions pregame show. He'll be with me Monday as well. KG in the building, Spencer Raxter in the building.
What up?
All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there, get your thoughts out there. We're doing the Nickel Package Friday. We're doing the Bourbon Friday. Shout out Varchaz.
Shout out Varchaz.
I think we covered it all, everybody. Let's ride. Real quick, Skydog 722. Has Terry Foster quit drinking yet? Not that I'm aware of. We were at Birmingham Pub. We had some bourbon together not too long ago, and we will in the very near future. Right around the time Black Santa starts getting his list and checking it twice.
Terry had the boys over for the Super Bowl last year. It was fun. He had a spread.
T. Foss is the man.
T. Foss throws it down.
Sean, you want to do some nickel package things?
Yeah, I have so many questions about Black Santa, though. At some point in time, we're going to have to
you'll
talk
have to be a
about
part of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Neil, I got that picture you sent.
Oh, yeah. We were saying shout out Varchaz. I got to get it right from the source.
Oh, from the
Literally
barrel.
right out of the barrel.
Look at
That is nice.
That was some of their rye whiskey, by the way.
Oh,
That's the perks of being Neil Rule, huh? You
Isn't
just
that
get it straight out the
beautiful?
barrel.
Hey, man.
Hey, pop your shit.
My
Neil.
life's a joke,
You
dude.
know
Like,
what you do? You know what you do with the rye? That's what people don't understand. Is with the bourbon, you use that thing and then you put it aside. You use the barrel one time. With the rye, you use it over and
Yeah.
over again. You keep rolling with those barrels, and so you get that extracurricular stuff that's been sitting there, and oh, it's so damn good.
that was almost from like a vanilla level. It was like a bourbon. It had sweetness of a bourbon. It was very, very good.
Nope.
I told him I wanted that barrel in
So
particular.
good.
No, KG, you're right though. My life is a joke, dude. Like 100%, it's a joke. My parents worked in the car factories, man. They worked. I don't. I go and get rye whiskey from the barrel.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty
you made
awesome.
some of yourself. Right.
All right, y'all ready to kick this thing off,
Y'all
man?
ready for
Nickel
this?
package.
All right, first question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. Does Darius Smith get a sack in his first game for the Lions?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Look at Neil.
Yes.
He's looking for a reason to say
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yes.
It would be fun.
Listen.
Emotion, all of that. A Sunday night game, national television. I think my man's going to find a way to
Right.
get one.
He's energized. He's with a better squad, better situation. And worst case scenario, if you can't get it from the edge, he also plays inside. They're weak inside.
And he defends the run
Yeah.
at a very good level.
There you
defends
go.
the run at a very good level. That's why, like the Uche thing didn't make sense to like the people that like lost their shit about the Josh Uche thing. I didn't understand it,
Right.
man.
It wasn't from the player itself. It was just from the fact that Brad Holmes didn't do anything yet.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I know. Here we are, everybody.
Yep. That's what we got to do.
Was that a tone enough or no?
A little bit.
All right, second down.
Second down, second question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. This smells like a game that Jared Goff goes off in. He hasn't really, the past two, he hasn't really had to. He hasn't had the big games where you see him throw for, 270 to 300 yards. It smells like a Jared Goff game. Do you agree?
Well, you can't throw for 270 yards when
Yeah.
you get the ball at the 10-yard line every single
That's-
time,
that's
or
fair,
when
right.
the defense is getting pick sixes and scoring right before the half and things like that. He only gets to play with like 6 or 7 possessions. You know what I'm saying? And they're out there. Those people, Spenny, that you speak of, they're out there.
Yep.
The yardage people, all of it. Like, every game smells like a Jared Goff game because he's one of the best quarterbacks in football this year. Am I
There it
crazy?
goes.
Am I
No.
crazy?
Nope.
Is he one
This
of the
year, no, you're not.
last year?
Last year,
Yeah,
too?
oh, absolutely.
The year before
No,
that?
you have to give it not so much a year before, but the last couple of years, yes.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in football. I know we're not conditioned to think that. I know we're not. And some people don't allow themselves to do it.
I get the context in which you're saying it, though, Spenny, in fairness, and not that you don't. Look, I think Houston's going to do some things. I do. I'm going to say it again. I think Houston's going to come alive. What better way to measure yourself against the best? And these are the positions that we as Lion fans have to accept, okay? Now all of a sudden we go in every week and we're getting somebody's best. They want to measure themselves against the Detroit Lions. Those aren't things that we saw before. Now all of a sudden you have veterans like KG, you brought up Zadarius Smith. Detroit is a destination. Detroit is a destination. Why wouldn't a guy want to come here?
That man put the stuff on his social media before he got traded.
Right.
Yeah.
Really? Why wouldn't a guy? So Spenny, yes, because and what goes hand in hand with that is my thought. I think the Texans are going to get some of theirs. I think that they're going to make a run at that over. The last I saw, what was it, 48.5? I think there's going to be a run at that over in this game. I really do.
That's fair.
There could be. No doubt there could be. No doubt there could be.
And again, DJ Bieneme on the Texans beat reporter said their safeties are weak. They're really weak up the seam are the Houston Texans. So expect J-Mo up the middle.
Man, these guys sound like they suck.
Sam
No,
Laporta.
he literally said that.
Yeah, he
Armani
they're
said,
not
we
good.
look forward to seeing you in the Super Bowl. He was like, not with this team.
Yeah. But, yeah, so expect J-Mo,
Did you say his name? Are
Laporta.
you sure? What was his name? Silky Johnson?
It's not Silky Johnson. Hey.
Right.
All right, next question of the Detroit.
Real quick, Spenny. Steven Syra, Black Santa checks his list 3 times. Mike G. Neil, Stick has me on a mission to buy a Black Santa at CVS for the studio. No, we need it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
I
need
can
it.
grab
We do.
one. Yeah, there's.
We need it like right here on the
Like
desk.
I said, they normally have them.
Does
at, like,
he deliver
the
the
9 and Ryan.
stockings? That's the only thing on my mind. Does he? Are there stockings? Like, does Black Santa acknowledge stockings?
Oh yeah, if you talk to the chat,
Right.
you know what the chat says he brings with
it
him.
depends.
Stockings are full of Boston baked beans,
Boston
apparently.
Baked Beans.
Yeah.
And,
I was gonna
what
say,
is
it
that?
depends on what you get
and
in it.
menthol cigarettes. Isn't it?
Right. It cools. It's got to be cools.
All right, well, we got a lot of
Be
Black
cool.
Santa coming up here pretty soon.
Yes,
but
we do.
First things first. Question 3 of the Detroit Lions nickel package. The Detroit Lions have a top 10 defense so far this year. They called me a madman for saying the Lions would have a top 10 defense this year.
Top 5 offense, top 5 scoring defense as
Number
well.
1 offense.
Yeah.
This popped in my head, by the way. Nickel package over the holiday season. Black Santa nickel package, KG. That's gonna be we're doing it.
Let's do it.
We're
I'm
doing
down.
it.
Spin
They
the
did-
sleigh. Spin
the sleigh,
Instead of spin the block.
They did. But when
the
you broke
sleigh.
it down, Spenny, like when you did it, it checked the boxes.
Yeah.
Like you made me believe, right? You said Kirby Joseph will lead the league in interceptions.
I did.
He damn near is.
Tied.
By that logic, when you put that in the mix with an Aiden Hutchinson and an Alex Anzalone, who we universally mocked when they signed. Not one person that watches this show, works at this network,
That's true.
said that's an elite signing. That's money well spent.
was like,
Not
they
one
really
person.
extend him?
But wrap your head around it. He's a good linebacker in the NFL. A very good linebacker in the NFL. When you start to parlay all these things, Sean, we should have been better at that.
And not even me, who was saying they'd be top 10, would say that if Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg, do you think they're still? I'm like,
Right.
no, fuck no.
Yeah.
But
Here we
like
are.
you said, Jack Campbell, top 10 graded linebacker in the NFL this year.
Leads the team in tackles.
Yeah, leads the team in tackles. Aleem McNeil has been playing lights out. He's got just as many or more pressures than Dexter Lawrence in the past like 4 weeks. I've said it. I've said it.
Damn.
Yes.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yes, he's got the most pressures from the interior defensive line in the NFL over the past 4 weeks.
This team is
but
different.
I said this a couple times on my show, and Easy doesn't want to agree with it.
What, you said Jared Goff's good?
It's not the best safety tandem in the NFL. The Lions have the best secondary in the NFL. Look up Carlton
I
Davis
agree.
and Terrion Arnold's man coverage numbers. Terrion Arnold is a top 10 man coverage corner in the NFL right now. Carlton Davis is a top 5 man coverage corner in the NFL right now. They have the best secondary. I
Now,
believe
isn't
it.
it insane? Because this goes back to what you were just saying a couple minutes ago. Okay, I understand why people were hesitant or giving you shit for that and calling you a slapdick for saying things
I
like
said
that.
it.
Look at you guys. This is what we did to our secondary last year. We did the corners. Like we just said, this isn't working. All I was hoping for, and I'm with you. I'm calling myself out. All I was hoping for was to be better. This is a dream to
Yeah.
be here. This is an absolute dream. And if anything, it just hammers home what I've been trying to hammer home. This man's credit line, Brad Holmes' credit line, we've never seen anything like it in this town. I mean, it's insane. This is a completely different credit line than credit lines we've seen in this town. And all he did in the offseason is very quietly take a bunch of money from the offshore account and load it into that credit line to make it grow even bigger. Because, Spenny, If I would have heard you say that, I would have called you a slapdick.
Yeah, they're top 3 in takeaways in the NFL.
Yep.
They're top 5 in scoring defense. Like, it's crazy.
And you ain't even have your full complement. You're going to get Iffy and Emmanuel Mosley back at some point.
Oh, and J-Mo's back too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Free J-Mo.
J-Mo back's on the offensive side. J-Mo's back.
Stop it. Like, this is crazy right now. They're getting
It
healthy
is.
at the
We're
right
in a
time.
simulation right now,
Yeah,
are we
it
not?
It's a
It is,
dream.
yeah.
This is
It's-
almost like destiny. I hate to say it.
I
Like,
said it was the infinite Tsukiyomi, and I mean, it's nerd anime stuff, but
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same thing. It's the villain puts you to sleep forever, and you're having the best dream you could ever think of, and you think it's real. I think that's me right now. Like, I wake up every morning, and the Detroit Lions are the best football team on planet Earth. This is not a real thing.
it's not
The
a dream.
only thing missing is late 90s Carmen Electra up here.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to
For
turn
real.
around and she's going to be sitting right there.
Yeah.
What, another
Hey.
Dick Neal?
100%.
I've been hanging with Black Santa.
She probably had some good nudes too.
Oh, you know it.
Let's go to break
Robin
though,
was
and we're
tearing
gonna we can finish the nickel package after break because we are a little over. But let me tell you about the best haircut in the game. It's Lady
Speaking of
Jane's
over.
$20 haircut. Where are you gonna get a $20 haircut nowadays?
Get your hair cut over.
You get your haircut over. You can get your haircut over here at Lady Jane's. Scan that QR code in the corner and get the $20 special. Comes with a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, and a hot towel treatment. Walk-ins always welcome. Stop into one of the Lady Jane's near you and let one of our talented stylists take care of you. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party. Every Lions home game live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Enjoy the pregame hype with a live broadcast every week with Woodward sports personalities like Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and the Heavyweights. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee and Les Stanford Automotive. Great drinks like Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Long Drink, great environment, and even better food. It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Les Stanford Automotive. Come get some.
I'm shook.
That's great.
Caesar Sportsbook, everybody.
I need one.
The official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Hey, guys, look, here's how it looks. Scan the QR code on your screen. Use promo code Woodward1000. Make your first deposit. Make your first bet. All the way up to $1,000. Look what happens. If you don't win, you get that back as a bonus bet, everybody. It's almost like a do-over. Caesar Sportsbook will do that for you. All the way up to $1,000. Look, your friends are doing it, right? You see all the parlays flying around and everything like that. Jump in, man. It's fun. It's the only thing that's going to make European NFL games watchable. Let's just cut the ish, everybody, okay? Giants are playing the Panthers. You're going to watch. Have some. You're going to.
I probably won't.
Well, if you go to Caesar Sportsbook first, you would.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're
If
up,
I
would
put
you
some skin
watch?
on the game,
Yeah. If you bet Daniel Jones to score the first touchdown.
God.
Yeah, it's bad.
God.
Well, because you get it back as a bonus bet
That's
if you
true.
use, if you use
That's
Caesar
true.
Sportsbook. You see what I'm saying right here? Like, you can make the impossible possible. No, but real talk, guys. Caesar Sportsbook, the app is clean. It doesn't glitch. It's not loading on you all the time. They have the best technology with Caesar Sportsbook and their app. Guys, I'm telling you, they're the very best in the game, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
And if you're smart, you get the wifey's email too.
Facts. And your parents,
You
your
double up.
grandmas. And
Yeah, you double, triple up. You
Yeah.
know, I'm just saying.
I didn't say it.
I'm just throwing it out
my
here.
dad doesn't sports bet. I'll Pops, when we get that email,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to put $500 on this. If not, I'll get it back.
Get that right.
There you have it. All right, we're back at it. Bourbon Friday, Nickel Package Friday. Shout out Varchaz. Slid through there this morning. They hooked us up with a couple of old bottles. The tequila's out, Spenny, as you can confirm.
Yeah.
So you got it as well.
Jesus.
You prefer the whites, right?
Don't say it.
I'm more of a Blanco guy for sure, but I don't discriminate.
Spenny, can I
Spenny,
get
don't
back to the
discriminate.
Sunday morning
Shut
game, though,
up.
for a second? Like, if you're up, I don't know if you're sleeping late, guy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's on the TV.
I'm sleeping.
It's on.
It's on.
Like, it's just...
Am I locked in going, hey, I wonder if the Giants can get it done here?
Exactly.
No, but it's on.
Background noise.
What
yeah.
I would do when I was doing the Lions game day live at Fox is it was absolutely asked that we had to be there at 7 in the morning because you have the local programming, then you have the national programming live from London or Dusseldorf or wherever.
Which is
the
all
fuck.
inferior to what we do at Woodward Sports, by the way.
Well, 1,000%. And so, like, with that being said, you know what I would do? Well, I'm up. So I would roll to one of those brunches in my neighborhood. A lot of times a bar said, come watch the Lions and we got a brunch. I'm up anyway, so I'm going to do it. Now, it's different if I'm in La La Land, if I'm having the dreams that you have about the Lions winning Super Bowls. My dreams have consisted with Big Macs just flying around in the sky.
You said today's the day.
Oh, today's the day. I'm doing it.
You're going back in.
Oh,
Damn
my
right.
gosh. All week long, I don't know why. Like, I've had
It's a
Big
good
Mac
sandwich,
on my
man.
mind.
Burger. Sorry.
I am going to destroy a
close,
Big Mac.
yeah.
I mean, and if you want to bet at Caesars, put the over-under in an hour. I'll have one in me in an hour. But like, to me,
I'll take those.
Pause.
under normal circumstances, Neil, under normal circumstances, I don't have any interest in watching that game on Sunday. I mean, none. But if you're up, it's on, right?
Which is weird because I don't participate in the shitty Thursday night game, but I do in the shitty European game.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Okay, whenever you have the Underwear Olympics going on, okay, there is a 3 or 4 day span where all the TVs in my house are just on the NFL Network. I may not necessarily be watching it, but it's one of those things. If I'm doing something around the house, playing with the puppy, whatever the case may be, it's like, oh yeah, and then you stop and you watch it, and then you move on.
Yep.
You can't watch the whole Underwear Olympics in its entirety from Indy, okay?
Yeah.
But as living, breathing organisms who also happen to be sports fans, and if you're watching them right now, you're one of them, we watch it. It's on. I don't know why I do it every year.
Yeah.
It's just something I do. And that's the same thing with the Sunday morning games. I'm with you. Boy, you bring up another. I watched maybe a half hour of that last night, that game. Like, when it got good, I was like, all right, now I'm going to dial in. Now I'm on the couch, and I'm going to watch the rest of this game. When the Ravens kind of came roaring back and took the lead, then I was all in. But do I say to myself, like on a Sunday afternoon, all right, it's 8:15. I got to get my peacock on. Let's go to the cock. No! No!
Hey, yo!
Woodward Sports chat thread, Jonesy. Kathy Ireland greater than Carmen Electra. I won't kill you on that.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic kicker, too.
I'm a Carmen fan. So.
Well, I mean,
That went over
that's your
so
area.
I can't kill you on it though.
Kathy
You know,
Ireland is more y'all era. Like Carmen is ours. You know, that's a '90s product right there.
Do you remember Kathy Ireland kicking in Necessary Roughness?
I do.
Okay, cool.
See?
I wanted
welcome
one
to
person remember
football. Yeah. No, I remember that. Oh yeah, well, we got to finish that nickel package.
Yeah,
right?
yes, we do.
that. Sorry, Spenny.
All right, first question, or fourth question of
Fourth
the
down.
Detroit Lions nickel package. Who was the biggest offseason addition? Carlton Davis, DJ Reader, Kevin Zeitler, or Jake Bates?
Kevin Zeitler.
You might
my
get 4
gut
different
reaction
answers.
to-
Yeah, you really could.
DJ
There's no
Reader.
wrong answer.
I think it's Carlton Davis.
See?
Gosh, my
I think it's DJ
gut
Reader.
reaction was that, but then I went to Carlton Davis.
You're-
and
it's
then
no
if
wrong
you say
answer.
DJ Reader, I'm not going to argue with you either.
It's no
Because the
wrong
offensive
answer.
line would have been elite without Zeitler.
True,
He
but
definitely helps. But, like,
no, he's been great this year,
Carlton
especially
Davis has
in
been
run
insane.
blocking too. Because
Yes.
I know that was the big knock on Zeitler. Oh, he's great in pass pro, but he doesn't run block as well. No, he's been great in run blocking as well. So
You have to look at. I think you have to look at units. We all knew what we
Pause.
knew about the offensive line.
no, that's true. That's true.
Boy, units and Cox. I'm sorry. Big Max. But listen, Spenny, I think there's validity to what you're saying. Like, what we didn't expect is a secondary.
True. You needed a veteran leader in that secondary,
Yeah.
and Carlton Davis has been about as good as you can ask him to be.
And I say it's DJ Reader because Aiden Hutchinson is no longer, and the show goes on.
Yeah.
And they continue to stop the run.
Brad
Hey, and when he was
good?
here, he was a DPOY candidate. So I'm just saying, like,
Is Brad Holmes any good? I mean, I think we just have to have that conversation. Is this
You
guy
know,
any
you know
good?
what we don't do, and then we're gonna go on this tangent again. we don't list it and then react.
Right.
Like when Spenny was listing it, I was like, God, I do this for a living.
We can do it again too.
I never stopped and thought about it.
Yeah.
I never stopped and thought of like tick, 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 tick. Like it's insane. He just don't miss.
No.
Speaking of which, question 5 of the Lions nickel package: did Brad Holmes really bring the best quarterback, offensive lineman, and defensive end in the history of the Detroit Lions to us in 2 years?
You damn right he did.
Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, I cooked with this one, not gonna lie.
Spenny,
2 years.
think about this. This is the one. This is the move to me, Sean. He got one of the best quarterbacks in football and got paid a first round and got paid Jamison Williams to do it.
Yeah.
Two first-round picks.
Yeah.
Think about that. All right.
He got paid Jamison Williams to do it.
While we're having the parade, now I'm going to be the stick in the mud. I'm not going to call Jared Goff the best quarterback yet. Okay?
No, one of.
Yes, one of them. Yes, I'm not going to say it yet. I would put what we've seen in other spots up with anything. The offensive line. I think one of the misnomers that kind of pissed me off in the early 90s, and I was glad to hear Barry say it, is how many times did you hear somebody say, can you imagine if Barry Sanders had a great offensive line like the Dallas Cowboys? It wasn't like it was chopped liver, okay? When you got an offensive line that the Lions...
Lomas is in the Hall of Fame.
Right. I mean,
Shout out to Glow.
that was something that kind of agitated me, and I know it agitated the big
Did Kevin
fella.
Glover ever end up getting in?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't believe he
Lomas
did.
will be there one day. I promise you.
Yeah.
He'll be
Herman
there
should be
one
in
day.
there too.
But Glover and so you had a situation where, yeah, maybe it wasn't Dallas line, but it was a pretty damn good line. And I've been very happy to see Barry Sanders acknowledge that. This is by far the best offensive line I've ever seen. And the defensive line, I would put this up here, and I'm really aging myself. The Silver Rush with Al Bubba Baker, William Gay, Doug English. I would put this up there, especially when Hutch is in there. I would put that up there with the force that those guys brought. Not to disrespect Jay Ball and what he brought in the 90s. Jerry Ball was a beast. He was a beast. Just a disruptor
Just
in the
couldn't
middle
stay
of the
healthy.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, it is. It's
yes, Spenny, that's a long-winded way to say yes. We can have those conversations.
I don't even want to entertain this, but I'm going to because it's so ridiculous. Wheezy D313 says, and running back and wide receiver.
Stop it.
No.
Stop.
No. He says, sorry, Tron, sorry,
Stop.
Barry. They got locked up in playoff games. Stop. Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time. Calvin Johnson is arguably the greatest wide receiver.
And you know
of
who
all
says
time.
that?
Period. Stop.
The people that played
Exactly.
the game. But I will say this: somebody hit me with this. On Twitter, and I shouldn't even do it now because we don't have time, and I know what it's going to lead to. Is Penei Sewell the best Lion ever?
It's arguable.
I said
It's
they
arguable.
called me a madman. I said Penei Sewell will be a top 3 Detroit Lion in the history of the franchise.
Is he right now?
No.
He's on the way.
Who's third?
He is. Oh, you mean he's the top
Is he
3
third
right now?
right now?
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
Sean, is he third right now?
I saw Billy Sims. I'll say it till my dying breath.
Joe Schmidt too.
I will say it till my dying. Billy Sims gets no respect in this town. It's nuts. The people like me that watched him play, Billy Sims was phenomenal. We can have that conversation in a few years, but Billy Sims.
If it stays on track.
We can have
Yeah,
that
it
conversation.
depends
for
on
sure.
who you got in your top 3.
Billy was unbelievable.
Can Penei Sewell be the best Lion ever?
Billy was unbelievable.
He can be.
Absolutely
That's tough to top
nothing
Barry,
around
though.
him.
No doubt.
Nothing
Single-handedly drugged the Lions to the playoffs on his own.
I'm not like even with Barry at least had a little help around him, especially later in his career. I think people forget how fucking good Herman Moore was.
Yes, they do.
That's a fact.
Herman Moore, Scott Mitchell in 1995 was next to unstoppable. It really was. It was just like
Herman Moore was catching 100 balls a game before
we're
anybody.
inside the 10-yard line. He's going to throw that fade. I was in a game. That was the first year I was covering the team. I was in a game against Tampa where Tampa took 3 pass interference penalties against him in the end zone to put the Lions at 1st and goal at the 1. He was unstoppable. I mean, it really was. Billy didn't have those weapons around him. So no disrespect to Penne, because as you said, let's wait a couple years. Let's let things kind of marinate a little
Sean,
bit.
get your shit and get out of here.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry guys. Later. I'm going to get my Big Mac.
I am happy to see Milt Plum's getting a lot of love in the chat as well. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, Big Ten nickel package, huh?
Yeah.
Second best, everybody. On Lions home game days, Sean Belize and myself, we're down there doing the New Holland Brewing Company pregame show, the Woodward Sports pregame show live at Second Best. Best chicken sandwich in the game, and I was not familiar with their wings game until I was there last time. I will be getting them again. Period. End of story. Tons of Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey, and they're going to be the spot, everybody. You know, I told you like Woodward Sports does football better than anyone. Second Best does downtown bar better than anyone. They're 2 blocks away from LCA, and I'm telling you guys, it's like a perfect spot. If you get down there somewhat early, you can catch a free parking spot. Wink, wink. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm doing it anyway. You can probably catch a free parking spot around Second Best. You're 2 blocks, 3 blocks from LCA, which makes you that close to Comerica, Ford Field, wherever you're going to go see a concert, whatever you're going to do, Second Best is it, everybody. Second Best, 42 Watson Street. Come get some.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for New Holland Brewing and the very best drink in the game, the Dutch Long Drink. Taller, as you know it. It's available at Meijer, Total Wine. A ton of you have reached out, said that you've tried it, for real. And you said it changed the game for you. Guys, I don't sit up here and lie to you, man. If I tell you I like something, I like it. I'm not just saying it because they're here on the screen. I'm saying it because it's good, period, end of story. How does it work? They take the New Holland small batch, which, real quick, New Holland makes a pretty good bourbon, too, as well. But they take their small batch gin, they mix it up with a grapefruit puree, and what happens? Magic. That little blue can out there is what happens. It kind of looks like an Argyle sweater. I dig the can, actually. If you're into the can thing, I'm not. I'm into what's inside the can, which is taller, the best drink in the game, New Holland Brewing. West side of the state.
Can I need to defend myself because I'm glad that KG brought this up. You guys.
The mob's coming at you about the Billy Sims
good.
thing.
I want you guys to hear me, okay? I'm a firm believer in not talking about that which I haven't seen. I can't tell you how many times somebody said to me, who's the greatest player, this, that, and the other thing. I can't talk on Bobby Orr, for example, okay? The Bobby Orr that I saw didn't have 2 legs. I can't talk on Gordie Howe. The Gordie Howe that I saw was 51 years old, okay? So I focus on that which I've seen. With that being said, that's my passive-aggressive way of calling you fucking idiots because you didn't see Billy Sims. I saw Billy Sims. And do yourself a favor and do a little homework and take a look at what this guy's numbers were and take a look at the fact that he got better as his career went on. His last year, he played 4.5 years. His last year, he was averaging 5.3 yards a carry. It was better.
Yeah.
He was, guys, seriously, he was phenomenal. There was nobody around him. Look at those Lion teams. Look at what they had at quarterback. Look at what they had at wide receiver. Look at what they had on the offensive line. I will say, and by the way, where are we at in Penny Sewell's career, by the way, if we're having that
Year
conversation?
4.
Not taking anything away from him. This is what I hate about conversations like this. When you start to talk about the best, it's almost like you're taking a shot at the other guy.
Yeah.
Far from it. Far from it. We can have that conversation. But if you're taking away from Billy Sims, you know what? You're showing your ignorance.
You're wrong.
You are. You're showing your ignorance to me.
And that's fair. Sean, that's fair.
Don't ask me. I've heard one of the guys that I respect in this business the most is Mike O'Hara. Like, seriously. Mike has been there, done that, saw 1,000 things. Don't ask me. Go ask Mike O'Hara. That's all I'll say.
Woodward Sports chat throw. Let's go Red Wings Sparty. I'm a big Cans guy. So there's that. Hurricane says top 5 decades. I like that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Top 5 decades Wednesday.
I like it. I'm down.
There we go. Please don't forget, because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
3 of us, one of us should remember, right?
Oh, for sure.
All right,
We
top 5
already know what
decades.
the number one
That's
is.
it.
Come on,
That's. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Nickel package, Big Ten edition, huh?
Big Ten, nickel
The best
package.
football conference in college football.
It's not
Here
even
you go.
close.
Well, hold
I don't
on.
even think it's close.
Powerhouse.
Let's see.
All right, first question of the Big Ten nickel package. So the Big Ten has 4 of the top 8 teams in the nation, huh?
The best football conference in America, Sean.
That's wild, honestly.
You
Hey,
said it, not me. You came up with this question, not me. So obviously, they're the best.
Well, and not just that, Neil. I mean, they have the top 2 teams in the nation, right?
Clearly.
Which leads me to, now I was told Ryan Day, but ... But anyway, we'll leave that at that. I contend, Neil and Spenny and KG, we should all thank God that Oregon's in this conference right now. We should.
Yeah.
We should thank God. Let me ask you this. I want you to look at the projected playoff pool right now. How do you think Ohio State would fare, even in a home tilt against Georgia?
They lose.
Yeah.
How do you think Indiana would fare in a home tilt? I'm not even going to go that high. Ole Miss, Alabama. How do you think they'd fare? How do you think Penn State would fare
Against anyone.
against anybody?
You're right.
Even in Crappy Valley. How do you think they'd fare? It's completely illegitimate. The conference is completely illegitimate. Sorry, they are.
Yeah.
But Sean, see, and we have some of this coming up later in the sports business nickel package. This is what I tried to prep everybody for. Spenny marked me on this. I tried to prep everybody for this. They're getting 4 teams in. They're getting 4 teams in. They have the biggest television deals with the networks. They are getting 4 teams in. When they set this thing up, they set it up to get 4 Big Ten teams. Records be damned. How good you are be damned. This is wrestling. It's wrestling now. It's not a college football playoff.
Right.
It's a college football entertainment package that they're putting together. And they will pit the North against the South. And they'll sprinkle in the other teams only because they have to.
Bookers, yeah.
When they came to grips with this format, the SEC, to be fair, the SEC and the Big Ten, they disproportionately set it up so they would have more representation, i.e., they get more of the money. And that's why teams are in. They're teams. They're teams. They're not universities. They're not programs. They're teams. That's why teams are tripping all over themselves to get into this conference. That's why Oregon, who by the way is carrying the water. No one talks about this, at a discount, because they're not getting a full share. They're doing all the work.
Yeah.
They're getting less of the money.
Yeah.
They're out there in the street shaking their ass right now.
Hey,
That's what they're doing.
They rookies in the shit.
And the Big Ten Conference is coming over there, the next morning saying, hey,
time to collect.
Where's the money?
What they didn't account for, and I texted you guys about this last weekend, what they didn't account for is all the SMUs out there. And all the BYUs out there. These teams that went.
But Sean, they'll take care of them.
That's what I know. That's what I'm going to be interested at. If SMU keeps winning, can you imagine? Especially, let's take it to its illogical.
Sean, tell me who you need to eliminate, and I'll tell you how you eliminate.
No, but this is the interesting thing. SMU keeps winning. They're going to win out. They're going to finish 11-1.
Right.
Mark my words to it.
Okay.
They go play Miami.
Okay. And
they lose to Miami.
Goodbye.
Out. Let's say they beat Miami.
Okay.
What do you do? What do you do to Miami and SMU? Because now you have 2 12-1 teams.
You take the one that won.
You have Brand in Miami, like it or not, with a guy who is.
Yeah, but they're.
Hold on. How can I say this? A very high Heisman hopeful. How's that? I was about to say Heisman favorite. I'm not allowed to say that. He's a Heisman hopeful. Okay. How do you say? We're keeping Cam Ward and the U out because SMU knocked them off in the ACC championship game.
Because then Miami would be Michael Kors at TJ Maxx.
You
At
couldn't get
12 and
Michael
1?
Kors
You think
juice
so?
from Michael Kors.
Yeah.
We'll see. I can't say you're wrong. I'm not
That's a
going to
good
say you're
analogy,
wrong.
Neil.
But that's what and BYU. Same thing with BYU. What do you do with BYU?
Sean,
keeps
they
winning.
will take a 2-loss Big Ten team
That's
over Miami
what I'm going to be very interested to see.
I get
100 times out of 100.
I
And if
get
they
polo
do
shorts
that-
from Marshall sometimes.
That's what. And that's where the new fall U line is
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
If they lose.
That's what I'm going to be really interested to see
And
if
Sean-
they do
Yeah,
that.
they've been waiting for the U a long time. There's no way
They're
get
not,
them out.
but that's
They've been
why
waiting.
the U's not going to lose to SMU no matter what.
That's-
When
yeah.
they play each other, watch the penalty count in the game.
And I
Watch the penalty
I
count.
say this all the time. I go back to 2016, where the previous format lost me for good, was when they fucked Penn State. Not that. Now again, I want to say this. I did not think Penn State was legitimate. I did not remember Michigan. I'm talking to a Michigan fan over here.
Yeah, but I get it.
Michigan motorboated them.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Nice.
But what the committee told us ahead of times, not my words, their words. Their words were, we put the premium, we give the bonus points to the conference champion. Mm-hmm. Until they didn't. And once I did that, I said, okay, cool. Now I know what this is. We can all go about our day. Now I get it. Now I know what this is. So because of that, and I want to make this clear, I would have taken Michigan or Ohio State both over Penn State. But it was their words, not mine. And once they did that, I said, okay, cool. Now I know what this is.
Yeah.
So I'm going into this, Neil, with an open mind. I'm going into this with
You're
an
so
open.
cute.
I know it is. It pinched my little
Yeah.
cheek.
That's why they
But
sell the dream to you.
until,
That is
you
why
know
the 12 teams
until
have
I
it.
don't have to, because I can't shit on them until it happens. Now, when it happens, that's when we do that. That's when you go, oh, you are because right now I want to believe it's for the right reasons,
Listen,
but I'm not sure it is.
come on now.
I'm not sure
You're
it
so
is.
cute,
I
man.
know.
You believe.
So we got a whole one question into the Big Ten nickel package.
Oh.
Let's go to break, and we'll come back with something else. We got more nickel package coming up. We got 4 more questions of a single nickel package. Riveting stuff here. Obviously, the Big Ten best conference in the country. We got we got to give it its due. But let me tell you about Mark White. Save up to $5,000 of your closing costs by calling Mark White. Visit him at markwhitesales.com or call him at 248-290-8242. Mark White will give you the keys to your dream home, and he'll save you up to $5,000 in the process. Again, call him at 248-290-8242 or visit him at markwhitesales.com. Mark White will put you in your dream home.
Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. Go to feldmanauto.com. We know about Feldman Chevrolet and Novi because they're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But did you know it's not just Feldman Chevrolet? You need a Ford, you need a Kia, whatever kind of car you need, go to feldmanauto.com. They've got 18 dealerships in the Metro Detroit area. They've been in the game since 1996. They're a staple of Detroit. They do great work in the community with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals as well. They're as Detroit gets, everybody. Whatever kind of car you need, I can confirm. I bought my EV from Feldman Chevrolet, the nation's #1 EV dealer. They're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But whatever kind of car you need, just go to feldmanauto.com. You always give me that look, man.
I wasn't even messing with you this time, I promise.
Neil Rule, Sean Belizian in for DMAC, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Skydog722. Neil, tell us why Penn State should be in over Miami. We won't have to tell you that because Miami will win the ACC, and there'll be a one-bid league, and they'll still find a way to get their 4 Big Ten teams in.
Right.
I think everyone's talking about, I think Indiana's going to be the test case. If they're going to put Indiana in. They need Indiana to lose to Ohio State. They do.
I agree with Skydog here. Again, playing the game of pretend. Miami loses to SMU in the ACC championship. Do you really take one-loss Indiana or one-loss Penn State over one-loss regular season champion ACC? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not being funny. I don't know the answer to that.
I could see them doing Penn State. I couldn't see them doing Indiana.
You got it. That's my. I think if
they want Penn State so bad, Sean.
Just for them to fail. Quote blue blood, and whether we want to admit it or not, Penn State is a blue blood. Whether we want to admit it or not, they haven't been for many years. Right? They haven't been for many years. I'm not sure they do that. I think under those circumstances, I think I tend to agree with you, Neil. I think the Hoosiers might get fucked.
They might.
Hoosiers aren't losing the game, so they won't have to worry about it.
Aura Fitness, shout out Big D, true fan. Herman-Morris is my family, and the reason why I am a Lions fan to this day.
He was phenomenal.
Go Lions.
Great human being.
Love Herman.
There's another guy that doesn't get the love he deserves. He
should be a Hall of Famer.
He also says the U all MF and day, so there's that. All right, let's try to power through this. All right, Big Ten.
Second question of the Big Ten nickel package. Sporting News projects MSU versus Ohio at the Detroit Bowl and Georgia Tech, Michigan at Pinstripe Bowl. Does that do anything for you?
I think it depends on what camp you're in.
I'd go to the Detroit Bowl.
If you're a State fan, it does something for you.
I'd go I go to most of those games anyway.
I'll go see them
because you're at different exits of the highway in your program. Where we sat here, and I've never changed. Like people are going to get mad at me when I say this, but like. It's a success if Michigan State goes to a bowl.
100%.
Period. End of story.
And it's not a guarantee, by the way.
No, it's not a guarantee.
No.
Greg Schiano's lurking.
Yes.
But with all that being said, and does Georgia Tech Michigan at the Pinstripe Bowl do anything for me?
Absolutely
no, it does not. And I promise you, it doesn't do anything for Michigan fans either.
Yeah.
KG?
No, and it shouldn't. And that's a failure.
Yeah.
It's a failure of a season.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you guys say, Mike G, all of you. It's a failure of a season to be playing Georgia Tech in the Pinstripe Bowl outside of Yankee Stadium.
I don't think anybody would argue that.
Well, let's see. We're going to find out in a second.
I don't think anybody reasonable would argue that.
Can I say this, though? One of my greatest pet peeves in sports in recent years is the dismissal of the quote-unquote meaningless bowl game. You cannot put a price tag on all the extra practices and everything that comes from it. If you're thinking about next year, I would rather have all those NCAA mandated practices, et cetera, et cetera. It's huge, especially if you got a bunch of young guys in your program. I understand that Michigan's in a different place right now, and you're coming off a national championship. I totally get that.
They both programs have questions at quarterback.
But when I hear people say just dismiss those quote unquote meaningless bowl games, and I'm not even talking the 6-6 variety. I'm talking about you roll to a 9-3 season and go, I don't have any interest in going to the Citrus Bowl. What's wrong with you, man? Like, knock it off. You can't put a price tag.
Well, true,
especially if that was year one and you've been looking ahead to year two anyway, right? Yeah.
True, but with the 12-team, format, if I'm 9-3 and I don't get in the playoff, I don't care about this bowl game.
But for me, it depends where you're at. If that's your zenith, I get it. But if you're starting the season going, let's see what happens this year, but next year, man, I'm really excited. Then you get all those extra practices, and I think it means something at that point in time. Just one man's opinion.
I think you're just a traditional.
The Michigan fans, Spenny, the Michigan fans are asking me if Oakland's going to make a bowl this year.
I was going to say, Cornelius T in the Woodward Sports chat says, I won a championship as a fan last year and expected a down year, so it's not a failure. You're just a hater.
True, but we didn't expect this down.
You're coping.
Like y'all said, I would have took a fraudulent 9-3 Michigan team to get in the playoff and get their head knocked off in the first round.
So let me ask you guys this.
Nobody thought it was going to be this bad.
Like, no.
KG, you're here. Yeah. So let me ask you this right now. Okay, this season looks like what it's going to be.
Yes,
I like your guys' chances this weekend more than you guys do at Indy. I think 14.5 is absurd.
You done said that for about
4
weeks.
No, you guys getting 14. KG, no bullshit.
Okay.
You guys getting 14.5 is absurd.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Indiana's good, man.
They are good.
100% they're good.
They're going to win the Big Ten.
100%. But there's something mentally about when they walk out and Michigan's on their field.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that being said, so most of the precincts are reporting for this year. Let me get election on you.
Yeah.
Are they more Auburn? Are they closer to Auburn or
Come on,
closer to
man.
being a dominant program?
If they don't get a quarterback,
No. Right now.
Right now, yes, it's closer to Auburn.
Okay,
Just
that's all.
being
That
realistic.
was it.
Yeah, just being
That was
realistic.
it. That's it.
All right, can I ask you? Now let me follow this up, and this is for
So you just wanted to
UKG
get
and
that
all
off.
the other Michigan fans out there. It's Saturday, December 28th.
Okay.
You got nothing going on. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, and the Pinstripe Bowl's on. Are you watching?
Oh, yeah, I might turn it on, sure.
Yeah, he's gonna watch.
But I'm a fan. Like,
You're in, baby.
come on, but I'm
You
that's
are
not
in.
fair. I'm a fan. If
Right,
if State gets it, you would watch too. Like,
there's nothing. There's
Not making
nothing
fun of you,
wrong
man.
with
no,
that.
I'm just. Yeah, I'll turn
Not
it
making
on.
fun of
But
you. It's
either
your
way,
team.
if they win or they don't win, it doesn't do anything for me because we weren't supposed to be in this particular spot.
Hey,
Like,
Sean, can I hit you with something here?
Of course.
DNCENT says in the chat, and I
Yeah.
think it's spot on. The extra practices don't even matter because 90% of the team's not going to be here next year. There's an element of truth to that.
That's a big
There's
fact.
more validity to that today. You're absolutely right. No, there's more validity to that today than any of us want to admit. You're
That's why I
right.
told you you're a traditionalist.
It's a great catch.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a great
that's
catch.
That's
not
a
the same.
fantastic point. Props to you.
Chuck Brewer, Neil, I expected a drop off, but this season
This
is
is-
a this
No,
season's
it's
a
Nobody,
failure.
nobody expected
He said
this.
it. He said, but this season's a failure.
Yeah, nobody expected
Spenny, you know what
this.
it reminds me of? I remember when Michigan State won the division in 2011, lost that heartbreaker
Yeah.
to Wisconsin, and the next year, everybody and their brother knew Michigan State was going to take a step back. We went to the B-Dubs Bowl, right? I was all in.
Yeah.
I was. It was like seriously. I went. Yeah, it sucks, and 6-6 sucks, and let's see what happens next year. They need a quarterback. Who knew it would be Connor Cook? But that Saturday night, it was like, all right. So which B-Dubs am I going to to watch this game? And this is where I go back to the fandom. That doesn't mean that you accept the finished product. That doesn't mean that you sit back and accept 6-6. You're not going to expect what Michigan does. You're a fan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it because it's on.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
I can't kill you. I can't kill you on that. That's what gives me a
it's your
job.
team.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
And
it.
you know the reality is this is the last time you're going to see your team until week 1.
Yes.
I mean, that to me, it's like,
sir.
okay, I want to watch my team. I don't give a crap if they're playing the Ohio Bobcats. I don't care if they're playing the Yellow Jackets. I get a chance to watch my team. But you're talking to the wrong. I love all bowl games. There's no such thing as a meaningless bowl game to me.
But if I'm one of your first round picks, I ain't playing in that shit.
Yeah, why would I?
Hell
I'm not risking my
no.
pro
Shit, I wouldn't
career on
play
that.
anymore now.
Why would
Yeah.
I do that?
No, they're not. Yeah, I wouldn't
No.
play
No.
anymore. I mean, Will Johnson's probably not going to play for
Yeah,
the rest
that's
of
what
the
I
year.
was
He's
looking
already
And he'd be
dealing
smart
with
and
his
he'd be
injury.
dumb if he did play.
If I'm
think he's
Mason
done.
Graham or Colson Loveland or Josiah Stewart,
I'm not playing
not
anymore.
a fucking chance.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm not risking my
I might
pro
go
career on
the
that.
whole. Oh no, the whole team has COVID route again too.
Yeah.
I mean, and I, like no, you laugh, KG.
No,
but oh no, I can't believe it. It came back with a vengeance, and
We ain't
we're-
got to do
we
all
out.
that, but
COVID 24 is
Yeah.
taking no. But if I'm one of those guys, you're already like all those guys are first round picks.
yeah.
I'm not playing another snap.
No
Not a
doubt.
chance. Not a chance.
All right, third down. We
Well,
gotta get through it this
I was
segment.
gonna say we got through 2 questions and we're 2 minutes away from break here.
Let's go.
So okay, let's do it real quick. Is Dylan Gabriel the best quarterback in the Big Ten?
Yes. Not close. Not close. Not close.
Can I make an
No.
argument for
Dylan
another guy?
Real.
What does he have around him in Indy? I'm serious. What does he have? No, I'm not trying to be different. I'm gonna go with Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
All right. So put that over there.
Oh,
But-
you're just being a dick. All right, I got it.
I mean, a contrary. But no. This is almost like what were we just talking about with Billy Sims? Billy Sims didn't have anything around him and was still dominant. What does Indiana have? That kid's been damn good.
They're winning the Big Ten.
He's been damn good
No doubt.
down there. I'll still go with Dylan.
But is he Indiana good? We're going to see when they play
That's a
Ohio
good
State.
question. That's a.
We're going to see when
That's
they
a
play
good
Ohio
question.
State.
Yep.
And I don't believe.
If
I
that
think
kid
Dylan
lights
Gabriel.
it up, I'll laugh my ass off.
Oh, 100%.
Well,
Give me send the text.
I was told Ryan Day wasn't a good coach, so he probably.
Well, Sharon
will
Moore's.
light it
It's
up.
not that he's not good. Sharon Moore's better.
Okay.
All right, next question. Speaking of Indiana, any chance U of M pulls the big upset in
Yeah,
Bloomington?
I think so.
I think so. I do.
All we can do is hope.
Same thing, KG.
All we can
do
do is
I
hope.
think Indiana finds a way to win? Yes, but to say that they don't have a chance, I think is crazy.
Yeah.
It's Bloomington, Indiana, for goodness sake, right?
No, I hear you. That's all I go for.
It's very simple, guys.
I hear you.
Very simple. When you accept your fate and you play Service Academy football, they should beat Indiana.
Yeah.
If you told me, Neil, going into this game, we're going Alex Orji, and that's it, I would take Michigan on the money line because it'd be worth the spin. What are they, 4-1, 3-1, something like that? Like, it's 100% worth the spin on that angle. And I'm telling you, I do. No BS, guys. You know I don't lie to you. You know I don't. Yeah. I love Michigan with the 14.5.
Yeah.
Love them with the hook. Love them. Because Indiana, yes, they're great, and they're having a great season, everything like that. But when they walk through that tunnel, that whole campus all week has been extra. Emotionally, they're going to be extra, and it's still those helmets out there.
Bigger, stronger, faster up front.
You can't take that away.
Do what you do. Like, honestly, don't try to be what you aren't.
Yeah.
Okay? Do what you do, and I look, again, do I think Indiana wins? Yes.
I'll point you to the Illinois game.
I don't think it's crazy.
I wouldn't say they don't have a chance, but do I expect them to at this point? No, I don't. You got two quarterbacks. I mean, you're trying to figure that situation out. The offense is horrible.
So you're saying I expect more out of your program than you do?
At this point, yeah. Sure, you got it. You got it, big dog.
You're such a
good job, buddy.
All right.
Final question of the Big Ten nickel package. Are we too hard on James Franklin? I rip on him as much as anybody. These are Sean's words. But 95-40 and 60-33 in the Big Ten is a good coach. This is a conversation he had with his friends who said he was too hard on him.
He's 0 of 10 against ranked opponents in the Big Ten.
You know what he is though? He's Big Ten good. He's Big Ten good. And that's good enough in the Big Ten.
I couldn't agree more.
You get 7 years.
I think they get tired of him. I think.
But he's Big Ten good.
I hear you.
All right. So my biggest problem, if you've listened to me over the years, is I think our conference consistently has said we're something we aren't. Okay. And the problem is, every 10 years it seems Ohio State mixes in a magical year or Michigan mixes in a magical year. And what happens is the previous 9 years didn't exist. And so we go, what do you got to say about the Big Ten now? And it's exception to the rule. Neil, I couldn't agree with you more. And my buddies called me out and like, dude, you've been hammering Franklin since day one. And I'm like, you can't blame me because all I hear off season is Franklin's got the team. He's got the quarterback. Did you see his recruiting grades? His record is good. Most of us would take what he's done at the helm. And let's not forget, he did win a Big Ten championship. For whatever it's worth, he did win a Big Ten championship. But Neil, to your point, it's Big Ten good. It's not national good. And maybe, just maybe, some of the crap that Penn State catches, and Franklin in particular catches, is because we hear this so much out of that program.
Yeah.
We do.
That's the problem.
Woodward Sports chat thread, is Orji even in this conversation? Well, then you got a coaching problem. Yeah. If you can't see that Alex Orji in Service Academy football is your only way forward,
and granted, they've used them in the red zone a lot more.
Why is that?
But exactly. But that's on Kirk Campbell, like you said.
I would go ball control. I would. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're bigger, stronger than fast.
Right. The offensive line has been a bright spot.
We're going to keep your offense off the field. Yeah. We're going to keep your offense off the field. We're going to control the clock, and we're going to find a way to grind out some points. That's what I would do. But what do I know?
Need to make this show 4 hours long to get through one nickel package. That is true. He is Penn State good, which is Big Ten good. All right, let's go to the break.
KDK?
Yeah, absolutely. KDK Law, everybody. Look, we're laughing and joking, and we're having fun, and it's Bourbon Friday and all that stuff. But let's be real right now. You going through divorce, child custody, family law, that kind of stuff. Ain't nothing laughing and funny about that stuff, all right? Here's what you need to do. You got to get a squad on your side. KDK Law, Kevin and Catherine, right here in Birmingham. Scan the QR code on your screen, and they will pay your filing fee if you say that Woodward Sports sent you. But, guys, this isn't about paying a filing fee. This is about the outcome that you want. This is about your kids. It's about the life you built, all of it. Over 10 years experience in the game and 24/7 availability. If you're losing sleep, KDK Law, reach out. They've got your back.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Can't get enough lines? Can't get enough lines coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust, on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brands you want at LesStanford.com. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
All right, keeping it pushing. Nickel Package Friday, Bourbon Friday. Shout out Varchest for the bourbon, by the way. Stop by this morning.
Sure.
Great tasting room they have. They they have a bar in there.
Shout out.
Yeah, I got to get in there, man. Get the old-fashioned going. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, Import DMAC, KG, Spencer Baxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. Sounds Kayak. Can they do divorce in California? Alimony's going to kill me out here.
Hey, hit 'em up.
Sound Kayak, I'll tell you this, I'm sure they know somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't hurt.
Nico Collins back at practice for the Lions.
Breaking news. That's right. He was never not playing.
No,
Yeah.
he was going to be
It's
there.
too big of a game.
We were just talking about this during the break, you guys. Literally, I'm going to let you in on a secret. You ready? If you're around the facility on Friday, you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sweat it. Don't do it to yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a guy miss practice all week, and everybody works themselves up into, oh no, KG's not going to be able to go. And I see KG down in Allen Park, and KG just goes like this, takes one step on the field, and then maybe goes and gets himself some treatment. Oh, KG's good to go. I've seen it way too many times. Don't work yourself up like that. Back in the day, Neil, questionable meant you were playing.
Yeah.
If you saw doubtful, you
It's
weren't
over.
playing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
That's
still
out the
kinda that
window
way.
now. That's when I see doubtful.
Doubtful
I'm like,
means out.
Yeah. I mean, really,
Yeah.
that's kind of the way it is now. So, to me, questionable is you're in.
Yeah.
You're in. Questionable does not mean questionable.
But-
questionable means you're in.
My quick question to Lions fans, does it matter?
No.
I don't think so.
There you go.
You just went through. Spenny just went through the numbers.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they play.
And we
doesn't
faced
matter
great
what.
wide receiving cores so far this season.
Right.
And we've come out unscathed each
It
time.
doesn't matter who they play. They're playing. You want to mix in a sports business one, then an
Please.
NFL, and then ride out?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that?
All right, first question of the sports business nickel package. MLB said that while the A's play in Sacramento, they will only be called the Athletic with no city name. Is that dumb?
Yes, it's dumb.
Yes.
That stuff is dumb. We connected through Salt Lake City, which is why it took us a fortnight to get home from Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
And walking through, the airport, going to the connection gate, they had the stores that they have in the airport, and there it was. Utah Hockey Club jersey that said Utah Hockey Club. This whole thing is stupid. You knew you were doing this. Pick a name.
Yeah.
Utah Hockey Club, you knew you were doing this. Pick a name.
Yeah.
Pick a name.
I'm not mad.
What are we doing, Sean?
I think the stupidity comes from the previous 20 years where the National Hockey League refused to admit what everybody knew, that hockey wasn't working in the desert. And they gave them so many opportunities. So what makes it worse to me, Neil, is they knew eventually this is where it was going to end up. They didn't necessarily know what market it was going to be, but it wasn't going to work there. It just wasn't going to work there. What kind of impetus would you have to go support this team? I would go to the game. If my son's a baseball fan, I would go to the games. But Why would I go buy something?
That says Utah Hockey Club.
Right.
Or the Athletics.
Sacramento. I'd go to the game. It depends how cheap the prices are.
Yeah.
I'd go to the game, but I'm not buying anything. A's, they're going to be here for a while. They don't want anything to do with my city. I'll
Neil,
get it later.
It's worse. Because imagine if it was just hockey club. Like, come on now.
Right.
At least the Utah is on there. That's much worse.
It's got to be the Soakers.
So
The chat's lighting up for it. All right, second
should
down.
be the Soakers. Next question of the Sports Media Nickel Package. Teresa Washington, Penn State game on Peacock this weekend. Oh, there is a. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
There is, I was like, Teresa Washington. What the hell is that? Washington Penn State game on Peacock this weekend will be shown at IMAX theaters. Are you interested? That'd be cool.
I don't know how I feel about this yet, Sean. Like, there was that clip, and I guess they're bringing one of these to Detroit, like that stadium immersive thing. There was that clip of the people in Texas watching the Texas-Michigan game where, like, the tight end caught the pass and then ran into your face or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this with sports. I do know this. When I go see a movie at an IMAX, it's pretty dope. I do like it. So it stands to reason sports will be cool, right?
I think it depends where you're at in life. Like, I'm serious when I say this. I have spent many years getting my setup at home exactly the way I want it. Why would I leave? Like, I'm not being funny. Like, Spenny, I'm with you. My gut reaction, had I been a younger man, is, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go nail some popcorn, say hi to my buddy Paul Glanz, all that crap, okay? Now, I'm sorry. I have literally, it has been a work in progress for years to get my setup at home exactly the way I want it. My ass wants to be on a couch now.
It's fair.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNCENT, shout out Cosm, can't wait for that ish. So, Sound Kayak, that dome sports will be pretty cool. So people are fired up for it.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'll definitely go to that. All right, next question of the Sports Business Nickel Package. The Jets versus the Colts on November 17th got flexed out of Sunday Night Football for Bengals Chargers.
Thank God.
You're welcome, America.
Right. Thank God.
You're welcome.
Yep.
I fostered that movement. I enabled that movement. I created that movement. I celebrated that movement. One man can change the world, Sean.
Now, what game got flexed out again? Could you?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Jets, Colts.
The Jets, wow.
Yeah, right.
That's America's team.
That's amazing.
Who
The
wants to
Jets
see
were
that bullshit?
In a primetime game? That's really, I hope they're not in any primetime games anymore this year. You have to do it. It's part, that's the way it is. I mean, Neil, remember when we were kids, like the Saturday afternoon games, like the doubleheader on Saturdays was unbelievable because it was special, okay? There's still something special about having those primetime games. Make them special.
Real quick, speaking of sports business, a buddy of mine just texted me. Livy Dunn and Paul Skeens will be the guest pickers at College Game Day. They're at LSU for LSU Alabama. This is an elite Saturday lineup, by the
Shout
way.
out Olivia Dunn.
It is?
Olivia Dunn's got an elite lineup.
What time is that game? Can I ask?
7:30.
Is it a night game?
Yeah.
There's a big difference between going there at night and going there during the day. Trust me. Huge difference.
Next
Absolutely.
question of the Sports Business Nickel Package. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said he would love a team in Mexico City. Are you guys ready for worldwide leagues? I got a team in Canada
It's
already.
going to happen. That's why they've been
no
international
doubt.
for so long.
It's going to happen, Sean. And you know what I think one of the big reasons, now it won't be so much with Mexico City, but they want a Monday through Friday 24/7 TV calendar.
Sure.
I guess
That's guys, dirty little secret. The money's not in tickets. The money's not in your $6 hot dog or your $13 or $14 or $15 beer.
Media rights.
The money is in television.
Yep, media rights deal.
Period. End of story.
It's almost like Vegas. They were going to go into Vegas. And I'm sorry, I said for years, I knew it would be the National Hockey League that broke that seal.
It had to be.
There was no doubt in my mind it was going to be the National Hockey League.
No, for the NHL's sake, it
Right.
had to be.
I said it for years. Like, there will be a team in Vegas for all you people. You can't put a team in Vegas.
Yes, you can.
Now the question is, okay, who's going to be the first to break it in Mexico, and who's going to be the first to break it in Europe? I still contend it's going to be the NFL. The NFL will eventually have a team in Europe. I'm convinced of it.
but
I'm going to continue to say it.
I don't think you can do an NBA team in Europe.
I don't think you can.
Why not?
Because you play multiple games a week, and you can't have teams flying to Europe,
can't
to
have the
Chicago.
6 hours
That's a
flight.
good fact.
Yeah.
You can do it if
but-
you get 2 teams and you stay there.
Yeah, you could definitely have one in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, they have
Yeah.
one in Canada. It's the same thing.
The reason I was going to bring up is because at least with the NBA, who is the biggest stars in the NBA in this modern version of the
Yeah,
NBA?
the
It's
spicy
international
whites.
players. Like, it's not American-born
Right,
players.
right.
It's the international players. So I could definitely see them moving more towards that because that's where the money is anyway, in international stars.
The spicy whites.
Right.
Ryan's reaction. I did the math. Teams only make about 8 to 9 million in ticket sales per game. It's a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket. Media is where it's at. All right, 5th down.
All right, 5th down. Final question of the sports business nickel package. The Super Bowl ads sold out 3 months early, the quickest they have ever sold out. Prices haven't been announced, but it will be over $7 million per 30-second ad.
Damn.
Is it worth it?
It's about 130-ish million in revenue
where are they getting
that they
this
make
fucking
just
money?
off the commercials. Plus, just off the commercials that play on the TV station, that paid the NFL to be able to put the game on TV as well. I'll say this. Is it worth it? I think it's the all-in.
Let me
well,
work
well,
it.
Sean, it's the all-in risk in business because if your commercial sucks, you get laughed at.
Yeah.
And it hurts your brand. But if you knock that commercial out of the park,
Shout out Doritos.
Yeah.
then it's
Even
pennies on the dollar.
Doritos always
Even
is
if it
watching
sucks,
it.
it's going to get talked about. Social media
Fair.
and everything, like, even if it sucks.
Who's
Yep,
going to be playing
every-
catch with the Budweiser dog this year? It's not going to be Brett Favre.
Right. Everybody's watching it. Everybody's watching it. Yes. Neil, can I go back to number 4 for a second?
Yes.
The COVID year should tell everybody how much ticket sales mean. The National Football League operated and thrived with multiple teams not having fans in the stands.
Yeah.
There it is.
Game, set, match.
And
Oh, yeah. Forgot to get your take on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean.
No, it's all right.
You're here, too.
That's okay.
me and Easy have a bet on the Super Bowl. It is on the halftime show. It's probably the easiest money I've ever made in my entire life. We bet on Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us.
Oh.
If he does perform Not Like Us, Easy owes me $300. If he doesn't perform Not Like Us, I owe Easy $400.
And guess what? He's performing Not Like Us.
Yes.
I promise you. It might be cleaned up. He might only do the chorus. He's doing that
That's
song.
the reason he got the show.
Exactly.
100%.
He
Right.
is doing that
It's
song.
the biggest
He
song.
thinks he's not going to perform
He thinks
it?
he's not going to perform it.
That's
Well,
wild.
He thinks Jared Goff stinks still.
It's
so.
the biggest. It was the biggest song in the world.
Exactly. No, I promise you.
It's
he's
the
doing
reason
that song.
he's performing at halftime.
And like I said, he might not say Drake's name or anything.
Oh,
one
he's
time.
gonna say Drake's name.
You go
Fuck
to a-
that Canadian pussy, dude.
It's-
This is America.
but-
This is
but
football.
to that
You
point-
go to a game any weekend, okay? I
Yeah.
don't care if it's a high school level. I don't care if it's at Michigan State, okay? You hear marching bands every single place.
Right.
Yeah.
Everywhere
Yes.
you go. It might be out of tune depending on what high school you're watching. The
Yeah.
oboe might be a little off, but you hear
Yeah.
Yeah.
everywhere.
The only thing to bet on is about how much of the song he's going
Right.
to do. Because
or
he
how
might not
many
get the whole
times he's
song
gonna
off.
do it.
Yeah.
He only getting that off
I'm
once.
telling you, he is playing
He
the
only
whole
getting that
song.
off once.
He is name dropping Drake. He's gonna say pedophile. Oh, dude, it's gonna be.
I
great.
don't know if they're going to let him
I
get
don't
that
know
off.
if he's going with
yeah,
that.
I don't
It's
know if
gonna
the
be-
Can I
NFL,
get a little
the
revenge?
NFL
I
not
don't
going to
know
let
if he's
him.
going there.
They're
It's
not
gonna
going to
be
let him
great.
get too into it. But you will hear that song.
He
Hey,
might talk about the key of A minor
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, they
Say,
might
Drake,
get the A minor.
I heard you like I'm young. At the halftime. Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
I'm telling you, it's going to get dumbed down.
it's gonna be amazing.
Hey, Spenny, let the fans watch.
Let the fans watch. That's literally why he's there.
Such a great song.
I said, let the fans watch.
Let the fans watch like my fans did before me and their fans did before them at the Woodward Sports Live Watch Party. Make sure you come out. It's going to be a great time. Unky Neil, Unky Sean are going to be there before we go live. All of us at Hayes Social. It's going to be a ton of fun. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Come out to Hayes Social. It's going to be a blast. The pregame show, the live watch party, and the postgame show all live at Hayes Social.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party. Every Lions home game live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Enjoy the pregame hype with a live broadcast every week with Woodward sports personalities like Neil Rule, Sean Belegian, and the Heavyweights. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee and Les Stanford Automotive. Great drinks like Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Tangerine Space Machine, Taller Long Drink, great environment, and even better food. It's the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame watch party live from Second Best Bar, Detroit. Brought to you in part by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Les Stanford Automotive. Come get some.
Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza
Yes.
now has signature wings. Get them all you can. They got 7 different flavors. My personal favorite is the spicy garlic. Try them all and choose one for yourself. Go to Sorokis.com to find a Soroki's near you.
We typically have that at the watch party, by the way.
Isn't
Sean.
that
Always
funny?
have it at the watch party.
You know what's really funny, Spenny? Honest to goodness, like, I always tell myself I'm going to try another flavor, but don't you always go back to your favorite?
Every time.
You
Every
do.
time.
And, like,
I'll try it next time.
The lemon pepper is really good, too.
I literally, the first thought in my head, I was like, you know what? When we're out at Hayes Social, I'm going to... No, I'm not. I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm going right to the spicy garlic.
They're so good.
Yeah, normally we only get 2 or 3 flavors anyway.
Yeah.
It's always the
lemon pepper
and I forgot the barbecue and one other flavor.
Yeah, it's so good. Those wings, those are good wings, man.
If
Not
I'm
fire.
ordering,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
going
going with
spicy
what?
garlic every time.
Yeah.
Like, now it's one thing if you have a bunch sitting there, that's something different. Like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna try one. Oh, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But if I'm ordering,
I'm in. I'm going with what works,
I'm going
man.
with what works, man.
No doubt. NFL nickel package.
NFL nickel pack.
The football
yeah.
is elite this weekend, guys.
It really
elite.
is. This is a really elite.
We're going to do
weekend.
that after we finish this up with the little write-off segment.
Okay.
College football, man.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, first question of the NFL nickel package. Does Christian McCaffrey returning change the balance of power in the NFC?
1,000%.
100.
Yeah,
He's
they couldn't
going to.
function without it.
1,000%.
They could not
yes,
function without
yes,
it.
Yes.
Now,
I think they're number 2 now. I really do.
My
I think
fear
I
is
think
that-
they're number 2 now.
My fear is
I was
that he
going to
gets
say
hurt
because
again.
it makes them better than the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one man makes them better than the Eagles. I'm glad that they've taken a lot of damage already. I am.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I'd rather have them at home than out there. That's for
it.
sure.
They opened up
yeah.
the door for us
Yep.
to take them out of the equation, having to go there to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to capitalize, which they will.
I just worry about C-Mac maybe getting hurt again. Because,
I don't.
you know, he did this mystery, foot treatment in Germany. We don't know what, it sounds very Aaron Rodgers-y to me. He's a better person than Aaron Rodgers, but I just don't know about that. We'll see, though. We shall see. But if they get him back, absolutely. They needed him. They couldn't function without him.
Nobody says Neil Goff has a commercial. He's even making more money now. Do the people at the networks realize what we've realized? That Goff is an elite quarterback. Go Oakland. Oh, shout out, nobody. I think the networks even recognize it more than the people in this
No,
town
I've
do.
seen
Yep.
Jared Goff more on my YouTube than I ever have, like on Fox, CBS, all the podcast interviews.
He's
like,
smart
you see
because
his
he
face
does.
everywhere.
If you do the podcast circuit, not like the top of name podcast. If you do the podcast circuit,
Yeah.
Other podcasts want you.
100%,
That's a
man.
fact,
That's
yeah.
it. All right, second down.
Jared Goff, come on the heavyweights. All right, second
Big
down,
fact.
second question of the nickel package. Who lost the trade deadline to you? The fucking Packers, dude. It's got to be the Packers.
We know who lost the trade
Oh,
deadline.
yeah, Cowboys.
The fucking cow. Jonathan Mingo?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, Sean, I don't know if I put a retweet out there. I think it was Spot Trek that sent it out there. The Cowboys gave up more for Jonathan Mingo
fourth-round
than they
pick.
got for Amari Cooper.
Yes, a fourth-round pick.
I would say this though, and don't get me wrong. I'm like everybody else. I love to pile on the Cowboys. The Cowboys weren't legitimate anyway,
That's true, but
right?
a fourth-rounder for him, just why? Why?
They gave up more for Jonathan Mingo than they got for
That's
Amari
insane.
Cooper.
It's like Jerry is losing his fucking mind.
He is,
Day by day.
He is.
Hey, real talk.
Like,
he's
I'm not
senile.
even joking. He's got dementia.
No, he's senile at this point.
He gave up more for Jonathan Mingo
That's
than he
insane.
got for Amari Cooper.
That's insane.
But he's the best at doing this shit.
Yeah.
Can't
But
nobody
nobody's a
tell
better
him.
GM than him.
Exactly.
Silver medal, the Giants. What are they doing? Holding on to everybody.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yep.
Well,
Thank you. That's the answer I was looking for.
I mean, they decided to
young
go
football
all in
giants.
with Daniel Jones, so that's their fate. Sorry.
That is their fate.
That's their fate.
And
when
they let
made
go
that
of Saquon.
decision,
Yeah.
that set the fate of the franchise, and I think it also opened the door for Saquon to say, "Get me the hell out of here."
You're going to
'Cause
hold on to Danny Dimes and let
Yeah.
Saquon
Yeah.
Barkley walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Great organization you got over there, Maz.
But if you watch some of that Hard Knocks, Saquon wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he legitimately
He
wanted
did?
to stay.
Yeah.
They just that GM and that owner. Well, actually, the owner wanted him too. Is the GM over there, Joe Shane?
Yeah, great
right.
leadership there, Maz.
Second down.
All right, third question.
Third down, sorry.
Of the NFL nickel package. Speaking of which, is Saquon Barkley getting into MVP discussions?
He's getting in there, man. Like,
Is he over the guy that's playing quarterback for them right now?
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to put it in its perspective because everybody's talking about his freak of nature stuff last week.
It was insane.
And are we allowing some of the? I mean, the backward jump is insane.
No, that's
It is.
insane.
I mean, let's
Well,
acknowledge
Sean,
it.
I put weight on it because it's like the signature moment that like MVP cases are built
Yeah.
on. It doesn't make him the MVP, but it's a moment.
Is he in the conversation? I guess you could say that, but I don't want to put too much on it based on a freakish move, if that makes sense.
Yes, it's a QB award.
No, I
Let's
don't.
just-
It's just because he is a freak.
Yeah,
No,
Like,
for
he's
sure.
incredible.
If a running back wins MVP this year, it's probably going to be Derrick Henry. though.
Yeah, like
right. He's in the discussion.
He's I would say
I
he's,
guess, yeah.
he's top
6.
top 6.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a QB award.
After
We know
5
that.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, after Lamar, Goff, Allen,
Yeah.
Burrow, like Houston, or Henry. Yeah, it's the same one's not going to win.
Fourth down.
All right, fourth down. Fourth question of the NFL nickel package. It fell apart quickly for the Browns, didn't it?
It was always going to be this
Should have
way.
kept Baker.
No.
Yeah,
No. You don't get to do that. And Spenny, you and I were in lockstep on this
Yeah.
one. I don't know if you remember it or not, but Sean, I have to confess, I was like, their roster is so good that they can win with Joe Flacco. And what Flacco did, I was like, their roster, it doesn't even matter with Deshaun Watson. That's why, for real, I would have cut him last year and just took
Just ate it.
Just ate
That's
it.
crazy.
And took it.
No, you would not have.
Yeah,
you
I
would've
would
been
have.
fired.
100% I
You
would
would
have.
have been fired as a GM doing that.
You should be
hear
fired
you.
as GM either way.
Either you
I
can-
hear you.
Making that trade
Your-
for Deshaun Watson.
Your ship's going down anyway.
That's true.
So for
I'll
real.
do it for less money. I'll have my ship go down for less money.
For real though, Sean, and it just once Flacco was gone, it all fell apart.
Isn't it amazing? Because and I think it's a cautionary tale. A lot of people thought that the Browns were up and coming, much like the Lions have eventually gotten to that point. Guys, I remember sitting here doing a show with Joik 3 years ago. Remember, they pounded their tormentor, the Steelers, embarrassed them in the playoffs.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And I remember sitting there watching that game, saying to myself,
They're here.
They finally got a quarterback.
Yeah.
"Yeah, right." And not
Yeah.
just that, Spenny, but could you imagine the Lions doing that to the Packers in the playoff?
Yeah.
Right.
The Steelers have been their tormentor. You're not only beating the Steelers, you're humiliating
Whooping their
the
ass.
And
Steelers.
you have Myles Garrett. And
Right.
You
And
thought
I
the future
like,
was bright.
Wow, what kind of
Yeah.
world do we live in? You know, and then the Browns went like that, and obviously we saw the Lions go like that. So it's fleeting in the National Football League. If you make a mistake, you screw your franchise, and
That's
they've
true.
made a bunch of them.
But the Deshaun Watson decline needs to be studied.
Oh, it's
I mean,
Just flat
studied.
out. At one point, he was damn
Studied.
near top 5 in this league.
Start paying him for
Right.
him to get hand jobs. That's
was-
all you
That's
gotta do.
exactly.
It's the
Literally,
only,
that's all you
hey,
gotta do.
It's the only card you have left to
That's
play.
all you gotta
What's
do.
that cost? $100?
Yeah, come on. Are you kidding me?
Hey, what
Take
would
a
you-
chance
yeah.
on it at least. Like,
Start
Would you-
paying.
Would you throw $100 after a $250 million?
Yeah, for sure.
I
You
pull him
could
in my
probably-
office and like, hey.
You could probably find some of those lizard lots at those stops
Yes.
on
No,
the
but he-
Ohio Turnpike, and just, okay, listen, we're going to send you out to the Berea exit. There are 3 or 4 ladies that worked the last one.
You'll know them when you see them.
but he was
Give
one
me
of
your
those.
wallet, go, it's on me. First one's on me.
No, but he was one of those that wanted the in-home personal service. So I bring him to my
Whatever.
office.
Okay,
Hey,
kick it up to
$200.
$400.
Go on back
Yeah.
page. I'm like, hey, go on back page, find whoever you want, and we'll make it happen.
Give him the shocker.
give-
Whatever
yes.
works.
ETN.
Stick it
No.
right up the input, man.
In the
It's all
chat,
good.
ETN says it best. I love how we're being dead ass about this hand job, guys. It's a
No.
$250 million.
There is one difference between Deshaun Watson being an MVP candidate and being the worst quarterback in the NFL, and that is him routinely paying for hand jobs.
Yes.
Well,
It's literally
Yes.
all.
And
it is.
Spenny, maybe you're crazy. Maybe you are. But it's worth it to try.
yeah.
You know
No,
what?
you
Can I-
paying
can-
them all this money,
Nobody
you
can
might
prove
as
me
well.
wrong.
Are we in court right now? Can I give you Exhibit B? What happened to the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
A certain owner decided, maybe I shouldn't go get
Yeah.
something up my input either.
Bobby Kraft stopped
Page-
getting
Bob
arrested,
Kraft went straight-
and then it falls.
I saw your hand.
Oh, I love this discussion.
No, this is like a legit discussion. And I don't. You guys
It's
know I
true.
don't do this. This is more of a heavyweight thing.
Your franchise is tied to this guy. You might as well. You might as well.
Deshaun Watson forgot his Instagram models. Bobby Kraft left Sue Kim on red.
Right.
They both fell apart.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good
listen,
old fashioned. It straightens you out, man.
Neil, we're both facts guys. This is BC and AD.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it
real.
is. And what happened since then? These are facts.
There
I
is
didn't
a
make anything up.
There is a single cause and effect for Deshaun Watson to be an MVP candidate or the worst quarterback in the NFL.
That's a fact.
And it's getting a wrister from an Instagram model.
That's a
You-
fact.
You do it.
A
You
thick
go
one.
pay the bill.
I'm just saying, try it.
Yeah,
No,
why
for real.
not?
The media don't have to know. I
No.
swear, if I was the owner, hey, we keeping this on the hush.
And then
Let the media
you
know.
just call like you
Let
do
the media
it,
know.
and
Send
then he
him to Vegas.
plays.
It's legal.
You do it, then he plays, and if he's awful, you call the owner like that's it.
Yeah.
We
We
literally did
exhausted all
everything we
options.
could.
I
Everything
would come out on wax if I'm the Cleveland Browns owner, and I would say we're paying for Deshaun Watson to get a hand job. It's
see
the
if it
last
works.
thing we got.
And see if it works. And Cleveland will be like,
Yeah, they would love it. They would love it.
Cleveland fans, finally, like, that's crazy.
Deshaun Lucas
Steven
can hook
Syrett,
you up
no
with a
more
couple
questions.
spots in Toledo.
Steven Syrett, no more questions. Let's end here.
I mean, hey.
I'm trying to help the Browns. All right, we got one more?
Yeah, we got one more,
All
then
right.
we can do the reads, and then we can probably just sign off. Final question. Are we still scared of Caleb Williams?
No.
I'll defer to you. I was told to be terrified of him.
No,
and
you-
every time I
listen.
watch, they only kick field goals.
I
every
thought,
time.
I thought he was insulated enough to make it
in
work.
the interest of being
But-
fair,
No, go ahead.
no, in the interest of being fair, my starting point was I'm not worried about it. We talked about it in the summertime. I don't think they're going to be a legitimate threat. Can we define scared, though? And I'm going to say, would it shock any one of you if in the middle of December the Bears somehow found a way to win that game at Soldier Field?
no.
Wouldn't shock me.
No.
So let's define fear. Is fear, could the Lions
No,
lose
fear,
that game?
they're taking over the division.
No, just
Caleb
do that.
Williams, rookie
Y'all
of the
out of
year.
here.
Yeah.
Watch it. He's
Yeah,
good.
stop.
You'll
But-
see. To quote a friend of mine, you'll see. You'll all see.
Right.
That crowd.
No.
What I can offer you is, okay, Caleb Williams is only part of the problem. He's a rookie quarterback. He's doing rookie quarterback shit. Matt Eberflus is one of the worst
He
coaches
is
in the
terrible.
NFL. And come on now. Like, y'all should have known this wasn't going to work with Matt Eberflus.
Well, I can't help you on that.
Yeah,
I can't help you on
it's
that.
Ryan Paul.
Hand jobs won't save Matt Eberflus. I'll tell you that.
Real quick, can we do the college just a couple of the college football ones?
Yeah.
Can I read them? Just I want to get to the ones. Sean, is Georgia still the team to beat?
Yes. I don't hesitate to say that.
Have
Yes,
we
yes.
fallen asleep on Georgia?
Yes.
Do we
Yes.
undervalue Georgia?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all
Yes.
about Georgia.
Yes. Everything.
They're gonna murder Mississippi.
Yep.
Guys, get right. Georgia
Oh.
minus a 2.5.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Sorry,
get
you've
the
heard me
siren.
say it for years. The Lane Kiffin thing, I don't get it. There's nothing there. Do a little research.
No, I get it.
Look at it.
I just don't get it like beating Georgia. Get
Yeah,
it?
no.
You know what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying?
so your get right was money line.
I
right?
don't get it. I don't get it.
Is it money line or you
no,
doing
I'll lay the
spread?
2.5.
2.5? Okay.
I'll lay the
No
2.5.
problem at all.
That is a get right. That is
It's on
Ohio
wax.
State over Penn State level.
It's on wax.
It's a guarantee.
Okay.
It's an absolute guarantee. Sean, is Miami back?
Yes. I really legitimately, yes, I really believe it.
They gonna fall apart in the
I
playoff.
have
Watch.
made fun of people forever. It's a combination of things. That conference sucks. And Mario Cristobal understands Miami. Now, are they back? Go win a national championship back? No. But are they legitimate? How about this? ACC legitimate?
Oh,
Yes.
sure. They're ACC back.
100%.
But they're
Yes.
not
Yeah.
the
Yes.
U back.
No, not
14 years with a
No,
first-round pick.
no.
14
Yeah.
straight years with a first-round
You'll
pick.
see in the playoff.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
All right, and then as we ride off, this one is for me.
Okay.
This one is for me to ask you, and no one else is going to care. Not one of you are going to care about this question, but Sean will. Sean, I bet you can't wait for BYU Utah. Come on.
Yep, I'm out.
Right. What? You can't wait. No, I admit.
That'll be a good game.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
now those Mormons got some fight.
It's awesome. And again, like it's funny. I didn't know you were bringing this up. I brought up BYU earlier. You guys, look what they've done this year.
Yeah, and
They're legitimate.
shouldn't that be like against the rules what BYU does?
They're having 26-year-olds?
They go on missionary trips and they're just like,
No,
oh,
they go on missions, not missionary
yeah,
trips.
they go on mission. They're like, oh, this 6'8", 270-pound black dude that's never played football before from Africa, come to our school.
Exactly.
Like, dude, like
Yeah,
Ezekiel Ansah is the perfect example.
Yeah, that's a
Dude,
fact.
Some Mormons saw him. He's like, defensive end. And like that should be real.
They go train like in the mountains and everything. It's like, Rocky training for the fight against Drago. And then 2 years later, they're ready to be thrown across the earth. But yes, undoubtedly. But Neil, consider the source. I think programs like that have been slept on for a long time. I really do.
Utah's been good for a while.
100. But this is going back to, seriously, Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
I mean, Whittingham's done fantastic, but it was Urban, shocker, that kind of got that going. And
Shocker, shout out Mormons.
BYU won a national championship, my goodness gracious, under Lavelle Edwards.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This is a classic spot of when I say Utah is the team you never want to play.
That is true.
You don't want to play them.
You've been
Are
saying
they
that
going to
for a
win a
while,
national
too.
championship?
No.
You do not want Utah problems.
Right.
You don't.
I can't wait for the game. No, I mean, all jokes aside. It's,
You're going to be getting texts from me
good.
during
Let's
that game.
go. I'm ready. Let's go.
You're going to be getting
I love
texts.
that. I love having our chats on Saturday nights. Let's get KG involved.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I'll loop it in.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it either.
I love it.
You do not. Utah is going to thrash them.
I can't wait.
Thrash them.
I can't
now you
wait.
want Utah money line for sure.
I like my Mormons
okay.
Utah red, not BYU blue.
There you have
Yeah.
it. IT Hips. Ole Miss has a great quarterback, great receivers, and great D-line. They're going to thrash Georgia.
Okay.
When Ole Miss wins on Saturday, I want you to say Happy Veterans Day to IT Hips, one of our favorite guys in the chat. No, even if they don't win,
All right,
you're
shout
one of
out
our
IT
favorite
Hips.
guys in the
We'll
chat.
say it
Love
anyway,
IT
but
Hip.
Lane Kiffin.
No. Dante 151. Neil, you see Vegas spotting Florida State 7.5 points to score against Notre Dame. My God, FSU has fallen off the face of the earth. Hey,
Yep, that's all she wrote.
they're a lot like Auburn. All right, everybody. For Sean Belizean, for
thought that was
KG,
Michigan.
Spencer Rackstra, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Enjoy the football, everyone. Saturday's epic. Well, see you later.